Welcome back to Total Party Kill.
Recording.
Hello, fellow nerds. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master. This is the second Total Party Kill session I'm recording today, as I record this on a day that I won't name, but you can figure it out. We are today hopefully concluding, at least continuing, the adventures of the mini-adventure Rosethorn from the collection of fantastic adventures put out by the Sly Flourish website. I will introduce the players, they will introduce their characters, and then I will give you a quick recap of the events that have led us to today's adventure. Our adventurers today introduced in initiative order because that's right, we join them mid-battle. I'll even introduce the bad guys. That's how great a Dungeon Master I am. First up, everybody, a hand for Team Goblin.
Boo. Boo.
They are supposed to have home team advantage. You're fighting them in their house. Team Goblin
they don't need our cheers.
Is formed of the most intrepid surviving members of the Brownleaf Goblin tribe that you have not already murdered previously in this adventure. They feature names such as... Okay, moving on. Next up, one of your favorite Canadians, one of your biffiest biffs. It's Guy English.
Hi. I kind of hoped we were just going to keep talking about Star Trek because I'm going to get shoved in the back by a goblin right now. Mm-hmm. I'm playing Oli McRegent, a human fighter with a bow and arrow and some other weapons to punch people with.
Yeah. And how? Next up, it is the as yet unintroduced, but I guess their fight music is playing. Team Bugbear. Very soon you will become acquainted with the works, the successes, the failures that are Whisper the Bugbear and Grash Two Knives the Bugbear. A 1-2 punch of Bugbear action. Bugbears for when goblins aren't enough.
That's a wide spectrum of names.
Yeah. Next up, these wonderful names, are provided in the adventure as written from the Fantastic Adventures PDF. Next up, it's Steve Lutz.
It is. Here I am. Hello. I am playing... What?
I was going to say, please introduce your character.
Oh, wow. Seamless. We are professionals. Yes, I am still playing Diendo Fat Rabbit, a halfling who is slightly larger than a rabbit, but only just.
Just a little bit. Next up, it is Kathy Campbell. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, I play Thamia, who is a fighter that is significantly larger than a rabbit, and Diendo, because I am a Goliath.
You're probably like at least 3 rabbits. I don't know. Something like that.
Depends on the rabbit, I would imagine.
Your rabbit math is terrible.
Yeah. I blame the schools.
Rabbits are only good at multiplying.
Common Core did it to you.
Yeah.
Common Core? Oh my god.
I think I got out before Common Core. I'm not sure. I'd have to look at some things.
Yes.
You would know if you...
Yeah.
Can you do a tape diagram?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
A diagram
then
made
you're
of
good.
tape?
Yeah. All right. Also joining us, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hi, I hope I roll better today than I apparently did last time. I play Lee, the Air Genasi monk.
Next up in the initiative order, played by me, is Rosethorn, the elusive, strange leader of the Goblin Brownleaf tribe. That is a strange name for a goblin, is it not? What do we know about Rosethorn? We know that he is a brilliant strategist. We know that he is a weird guy who keeps some kind of explosive puppet on his throne, and that the Brownleaf Goblin tribe
is that
seems
weird?
It's unorthodox. Would you agree?
I have at least 3 on my throne.
Okay, well, I guess I don't know enough about halfling culture. That's enough about Rosethorn. Also joining us, it's Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Hello, I play Linnell, the High Elf Warlock.
Hi, Elf.
And hi, aloha. And last but not least, it is Dan Morin, who is also producing the stream that is allowing you to watch this right now if you're watching the live stream. If you're watching the edited version of this, please ignore this part of the podcast.
Technically, still, never mind. I am playing Hueris, the ever-changing, ever-charming bard of the bagpipes.
All right, we join things in the midst of the fight, for you have taken the fight to the Brownleaf Goblin tribe. You have been investigating strange attacks on caravans in and around the lovely town of White Sparrow. Come see the magic hand. Don't think too much about it. You have determined that the goblins had hired an elven ranger to basically tip them off as to the best caravans. That elven ranger was even arranging payments to the guards to not be so guardy. You've killed lots of goblins. You have spared one goblin, Top Hat Jr., who will live to tell the story that he remembers because he's going to miss the end of the story. But you have brought the fight here to the new secret headquarters of the Brownleaf Goblin tribe. You have invaded the ancient tree in which they make their home. You have spread out throughout this hollow. A large section of the hollow is now on fire, filling the air with smoke and heat because you thought you were assassinating one Rosethorn, the leader of the Goblin tribe, but instead it was some kind of trap that ignited most of the room. Looking at my initiative order, it appears that the first people to go are Team Goblin. I feel great about it.
Boo.
It's gonna be fine.
All right.
Rolled these dice.
I have a lot of goblins on this map. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm thinking about whether they're going to pepper you with arrows or come down and murder you. And I think the answer is some goblins are going to do different things. But probably if they have the choice to pepper you with arrows, they should. So let me work. I was going to say counterclockwise, but you know what? I'm going to work clockwise.
Whoa now. Whoa.
TM. Requires, 4 tech topics, 30 minutes.
All right. Several arrows shoot out from, I'll just tell you, it's kind of this area on the north side of the hollow. So there's some goblins you can't even see taking aim on you.
Frack.
That's great, right?
I wish they wouldn't do that.
Let's see. Goblins they can range of 80. They have +4 to hit. This is going to be 2 attacks on, attack on Diendo, attack on Thamia. I'm going to use a very different colored die to make it easier.
I'm a very small target. It shouldn't be that easy to hit me.
Well, I rolled a 20 to hit Diendo, a critical fail to hit Thamia.
Don't like it.
Diendo, you will take 5 damage as an arrow plugs you in the side.
Ouch.
All right, moving clockwise. I got this goblin here that is literally next to Diendo. He's going to turn around and look at Diendo. He is going to try and skewer you with his weird scimitar.
Well, skewer you, buddy.
I have bad news, Diendo. I'm really good at rolling today.
Leave Diendo alone!
Oh!
Diendo, 5 more damage.
Okay, sure. Why not?
Pointing out that he both has the words die and end in his name.
In his name.
Fair.
This goblin moving clockwise around the map is going to take a shot at Thamia from up above. That is an 18.
Nope.
Keep watching the
5
arrow.
damage. Ollie, you see
Wait,
a goblin.
I was like, wait a second. No, I'm not. No.
I recognize that I ignored what the words that you said. Because
Yes.
I just assumed. You know what? I just thought an 18 was really good. Your AC is higher than 18.
It is very good, but mine is 19, so
So
no.
what I meant to say is 5 damage is what you would have experienced, but instead you block that arrow and it goes skittering off into the fire. I apologize, Kathy. I was trying to move quickly and I turned off the part of my brain that listens.
That's okay.
Erica will fix this in editing. We're going to sound super smart. Do you want to say something super smart right now?
That'll be a first.
Super smart.
Indubitably. Moving around. Second session of the night. Everything's going great.
It's going great.
Moving around the side of the cavern. Ollie, you sense some movement in the cavern wall above you, and there's a goblin peeking over the edge. He is going to fire I've thrown that dice somewhere. I can no longer see it.
Ooh,
everything's great.
Tony's trackpad makes an appearance.
That is only a 9 to hit. I suspect that you evade that.
Yeah,
you
AC
should confirm
15.
that.
So,
all right,
yeah.
You have no trouble. You know what, Ollie? You catch the arrow.
Nice. Thanks, buddy. I love that.
You load it right back into your bow, ready to reuse.
I love it.
Remember, everybody, recycling. It's how you stay green. Q Yaris, you see a goblin peeking out from another alcove in a hiding spot up above you in the tree. He is going to follow.
Follow.
He is going to fire an arrow in your
Yellow
direction.
brick road.
Oh, you were just combining.
I don't
words
like it.
for
I didn't
efficiency.
agree with it.
Critical hit.
Follow the yellow brick road.
This is
there's
bad.
no-
He gets you, I don't know, QRs, maybe in like the throat.
Critical hit, you say? I can't write a Bardic Inspirations. Probably can't do it enough to. get rid of that, huh?
Don't you have some cutting
probably
words or
not.
something?
Yeah,
you could,
cutting words, but the max I can do on that is 6. And if it was a crit, that means I can lower a 20 to a 14. And if he has even a +1, he'll still hit.
Doesn't
me,
a
which
crit
I
hit
assume he
regardless?
does.
I'm not sure you can even
I don't
avoid
think
a crit.
it technically does in 5e, but I think there's basically no way it would stop it. The odds would be extremely low. I don't think I can mathematically do it. That's how low the odds are.
Okay.
It's impossible.
Sorry.
Because I think if
Never
you
tell
roll
me
a
the
14, right? Like he has 20 on the die, we get down to a 14. If I rolled a 6, my AC is
Right.
15. So if he even has a +1,
he has more than a +1.
then I'm
more.
I was
gonna hurt.
promised
I am
less
sorry,
math.
QRs. QRs,
Yeah, there's a
you
lot
get
of
like
math
Is this
today.
the
you
rabbit
get
math? I'm not good at that.
You know, does anyone remember Reader Rabbit? At one point, my parents got me a Reader Rabbit
Yes.
that was math, and I felt deeply, deeply betrayed by that rabbit because I was like, "This is different than this."
It's no math crunch, number crunchers.
Stick-
That's what it was. Number crunch.
Yeah.
Stick to word. Well, there's both, Dan. There's word cruncher
Word
and number
crunchers and
cruncher.
number crunchers, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just stop.
How
stop
do you
the
crunch a
people.
word?
Focus. Dan, I have bad news for you. You are going to take 12 piercing damage as an arrow catches you in the edge of the throat.
Yikes.
How are you?
I have been better. I'm
Are
at
you on your feet?
9. Yeah.
Okay,
I had
even
full
better.
hit points
Okay.
going into this, so
Maybe
'cause we all rested
throat
up.
was dramatic. 12 piercing damage seemed like a lot of damage to deliver from
It
one
was
arrow.
about half of my hit points.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
I
A little
figure
more
it hit
than
you
half.
somewhere juicy. All right, this goblin is by himself up in the northwest corner of the cavern, and there are 2 targets here: Linnell and Lee. I'm gonna decide. I'm gonna roll randomly. Lee, you're even. Linnell, you're odd.
Well, no, you're
I rolled a-
odd.
I rolled a 4. Linnell, whenever I see your name, I think of John Linnell, which is funny, and I assume that Linnell kind of looks like John Linnell, but probably Micah doesn't know who that is.
I don't know
I don't know
who
who
that
that is.
is.
It's one of the
Yeah.
They Might Be Giants members.
The
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
non-Flansburgh John.
How's it
Yeah.
spelled?
ILINNELL, I believe.
He's got some elf-like.
He is a little...
man-
People,
mannerisms.
please, don't let's start.
Yes.
Steve, go up to that throne. Put your hand inside the puppet head.
Yeah.
Well, no, it exploded. I can't.
Exploding puppet head. Also, probably They Might Be
I
Giants.
would
song.
like to
Probably.
report
Almost certainly.
that Linnell looks nothing like John Linnell. So
All right. Good to know. John Linnell was once on, I think, through manipulation on People Magazine's list of sexiest men alive.
How did that happen?
I think it
Ballot
was the
box
early.
stuffing.
Yeah, it was the early days of the internet, and so the people that were on the internet were,
He was the
Nerds.
irony pick.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was an
So I'm
early.
just saying, like there was some heavy Usenet action is what
It
I'm
was
saying.
an early
Shenanigans.
Bodie McBoatface is what that
Yeah.
was.
Yes, quite.
Yeah. All right. So a goblin has chosen his target. His target is Lee. He fires an arrow. Lee, does a 15 hit you?
No.
Okay.
Nice.
You dodge out of the way with monk-like reflexes. I think that
kinda
is the
stumble.
expansive Team Goblin. I would appreciate if you could kill a few of these so they're easier to manage in the future. I didn't say that.
We will do our best.
Team Goblin. I'm on your side. Trust me. All right. Speaking of murder, it is Ollie's turn.
Okay, how tall is this goblin? Sorry, what's the elevation of his?
How tall is my
The
goblin?
platform.
How tall is this goblin?
goblin is-
What are his
the
likes and
goblin-
dislikes?
The goblin is probably only about 4 feet, but he is a good 15 feet up in the alcove in the giant tree cavern.
Okay, so I've got like a huge athletics and acrobatics score. Like I could scramble up there, right?
I think you could. Let me remind myself. That would also probably make it easier for you to kill him, and then you would be in a great sniper's nest, which seems like
Win-win.
Smart thing.
That's where I get it. It's up here in the brain noggin.
So, first off, when climbing, each foot of movement costs 1 extra feet.
That is
unless the
not
creature-
true if you have athletics or acrobatics. One of those feats, I think.
Athlete, I think.
Oh,
Is the theat.
oh, maybe I'm getting
Potentially.
confused.
No, I think it's basically what's your move right now? What's your move speed,
30,
guy?
I believe.
So
I
you could
haven't
climb
changed,
15
so-
feet, which is
Yeah.
what I said this was. So, and I don't, you know what? I think it's a tree. Probably that goblin climbed up there. Why don't you give me a quick athletics check to see how good you are? Sure. I think you need to beat a 10.
Okay, 1d20 plus. You said athletics?
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
No.
Too bad you're not
You
a
know,
halfling.
yeah, Ollie, you are climbing, you are doing the salmon ladder, but it turns out this is not about your strength, Ollie. Also, no one noticed this. It's about the construction of the tree, because you're just having, the bark is old and rotted, and you are just having your upper body strength is amazing and impeccable, but you are just having a hard time getting a grasp, and suddenly you discover after several seconds of scurrying that you are still on the ground.
I really appreciate all the work you're putting in to try to make me feel better.
Yep.
Wow, that stank. Is that it for my turn, or do I get to? I still get to shoot at him, right?
You could still shoot. I will tell you, the goblin in the alcove is going to be hard. He has got probably superior cover. There are goblins, at least one goblin on the, just in the. So like, even though this goblin is way over on the other side of the map next to Diendo, you've got a longbow, right? He is a tactically easier target, but I don't know what who you care about murdering.
Well, I care about murdering the guy next to Diendo because he already skewered my buddy.
True.
Okay, so I'll do my attack.
That guy's just about the only guy I can attack next turn without having to climb up a wall, though. So if there's somebody
Aren't you
else,
Well,
great at
don't
climbing up
worry.
walls?
The
You're a monk.
bugbears will get us.
Yeah,
too.
don't worry. There's more there's more coming, Diendo.
I am
That's
a
what
level
my
2
parents
monk.
used to say when they put me to bed at night. Don't worry, the bugbears will get you.
Dan, your parents were terrible. Until they got better when they were replaced.
By bugbears. Ironically.
Yeah.
So
Suburbs.
let's
What are you
see
going to
here.
do?
What am I rolling? 1d20 plus the damage for the
Your attack modifier.
which is. Sorry, I haven't played since last week, so I'm all confused.
It's true. Take your time, guy. It's all good.
Attack. How do I find my attack modifier? Oh, it's +6, right, for longbow? Yeah.
Is it that
Probably.
good? Wow.
Yeah,
I forgot that you were...
Archery style is pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I have for my darts and quarterstaff.
I guess you are really good at archery and maybe not so good at everything else.
Yeah. I guess so.
Climbing.
15.
All right. 15, you know at this point from your previous excursions in this adventure, is the armor class of a goblin. Your arrow cuts through the smoke, through the fire, and catches that guy, probably in the face.
Nice. Thank God I
roll-
did something useful.
Roll me damage.
Oh,
You know that goblins are a little hard to hit, but not very hit pointy.
yeah. 1d8 plus 2. I'll pick up in like 2 turns. Don't worry about it.
It's okay.
No rush. Hi, Erica.
All right.
6. So he's got what?
All
3
right.
hit points left? 3?
That goblin is severely wounded. I will put a little red dot on him for your tracking convenience, since there's going to be a lot of goblins in the fray. Diendo, for your reference, as a nearby person, very, very wounded. So, all right, Ollie, you have murdered one maimed one goblin, attempted to climb a tree.
As is my way. Yeah.
As is your way. I think you are done.
I am. Yep.
All right. Next up, it's Team Bugbear, swooping down on vine ropes from somewhere on the northern eastern side of the cavern.
good.
Two burly
See, I
looking
told you.
bugbears. Bugbears are goblinoids. If you tune in for the other mini adventure, one of our player characters is a bugbear. They're not all evil. They are all monstrous. Bugbears are goblinoids. They are kind of very furry. As opposed to goblins, which are somewhat diminutive, bugbears are probably a little bit larger than human height, and they're a little bit top-heavy. They got kind of, pretty broad shoulders, and they have kind of scowly expressions. They have long arms that almost drag on the floor when they are walking. These two bugbears, as established, I believe their names are Whisper and Grash Two Knives, are going to head in your direction.
Well, thank goodness Whisper's coming towards me, because
Yeah.
He's actually the more dangerous of the two.
oh no, silent but deadly.
That's right.
Yeah. I will tell you, despite his names, Grash Two Knives is armed with a Morning Star, as is Whisper, and they come in whirling those Morning Stars on little chains, ready to knock off both your heads. So, Diendo, Morning Star
Yes.
attack coming in your way.
Off with their
That
heads.
is going to be a 17 to hit.
My armor class is 16, so
All right.
No.
Roll me
11
that
piercing damage as the
shoot.
spiked ball grates across your torso.
Diendo is down.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, you've been really picking on Diendo, Tony. Come
I
on.
didn't mean to. It's not out of my animosity to Steve. If I wanted Steve dead, he'd be dead long ago.
Whoa.
Wow.
Sorry. If I
Wow.
if
I've
I
asked him
wanted
several times, and he refused.
if I wanted Steve's character dead, all right.
I'm in danger.
Second, well, you got a bard. You'll be okay. He's just
Maybe.
as
Well,
far
this has
away
been fun.
as
Thanks, everybody.
far away as possible on the map. Steve, thanks for showing up today.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thamia, Morningstar attack coming for you. That is also a pretty impressive 21 to hit.
Oh my God, the
Right.
rolls,
About to get
Tony. The
wrecked.
rolls.
Tony.
Bugbears are
Yes,
tough.
that
Roll
hits.
your
We may finally have a
roll.
total party kill here. That would be fun.
All right, you take 11 piercing damage.
Ouch.
The bugbears are probably like, the tough guys in this fight. There's some cannon fodder, and then there's these murder monsters. All right.
Murder bears.
Diendo, you are currently down.
I sure am.
Diendo, do you know how to make a death saving throw?
I do. But
Do
I'm
not
not
make
going
one
to.
well.
I refuse. Oh, all right. Here goes.
I will remind all of you, you have seen Diendo go down. You know that health is a team resource, and that these two monsters are tough.
That is a 6.
That is
One
not-
death saving throw.
That is not the traditional way to do this, Steve. Steve, you have a backup character? Is he a goblin? Is he Top Hat Junior?
I could probably make a
roll
Top
Top
Hat.
Hat Junior.
I could make a Top Hat Junior character in time for the next round.
All right. Thamia, you are there. Diendo has hit the ground like a bloody sack of monk. There are 2 bugbears now menacing you in your direction. The bugbears look beefy and substantial. They are garbed in hide armor. They've got a shield. They look ready to tangle. Probably if it was just you against one, that would be like a good weekend. 2, I don't know. That might be stretching it, but mainly 2 while your friend is lying there bleeding out is not your ideal day off from work.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter though. I'm going for him anyways.
All right.
Can everyone blow some wish luck on my dice for me?
Let me just check. Do
the
people
good news
know?
is, since a death saving throw is a saving throw, I can't one out unless I roll one
yeah, it's 'cause
twice.
you're halfway.
Okay, that's good to
Okay.
know. Okay.
good.
I'm
I
also-
can
you
roll
can.
one
It's
twice
just-
because the second
it is
roll.
unlikely.
Yeah.
You got to be careful when
Right.
you say can't. That's like
That's right.
Right.
Wow. Shouldn't have
Knock on
opened
wood.
my
It is-
mouth. That was
knock
a
on
it
bad
is less
idea.
likely. Let me just check as I set you all up for failure. Do people remember who does and does not have inspiration?
I have
I do.
I don't
not.
have inspiration.
I don't
Okay.
either.
All right. So
yes,
Thamia.
to answer your question,
All right.
we do.
Yes.
All right, I have my lucky dice now. We're gonna roll it. I'm not gonna look yet. Okay. 14 plus 5 to hit is 19.
Oh, you cleave into the meaty shoulder of that bugbear. Roll damage.
1d8 plus 3. Oof, I only rolled a 2, but that's still 5.
All right, so 5 damage to that bugbear. He looks miffed.
Good, because I'm going to take my hand axe now with
Oh.
that same luck that y'all blew on my dice. That sounds bad. Gonna roll it anyways, but I only rolled a 16.
A 16 hits a bugbear. Note that, everybody. 16 hit a bugbear.
16, hit a
16
bugbear.
hit a bugbear.
Bugbear.
All right, rolling my d6. 4 plus 3 is 7.
All right, now you're cooking. The bugbear looks annoyed. In fact, I'm gonna say he's pretty wounded at this point. I'll put a little red dot on him.
What if bloodied
Sweet.
was a thing?
Yeah, I like bloodied. I think bloodied is a very convenient mechanic from 5e that I have borrowed. The other thing that I kind of missed from 4e. The only other thing I really missed from 4e is the concept of minions, which they kind of have in 5e, but not really. For example, there was a fight in Curse of Strahd where I think you guys fought 30 twig blights that had 4 hit points, and it's like, this is great. I gotta track hit points on 30 twig blights. So
Yeah.
Well, you could just make a bunch of 1 hit point
yeah,
monsters.
that I don't understand how.
Oh man, that's the name for our spin-off podcast. One hit point
One-hit
monsters.
Dan, one-hit monsters, cleaner. Thamia, you have axed a bugbear. You have sorted a bugbear. Do you want to do anything else?
Think that's all I can do.
All right.
Don't say that about yourself. We believe you can do so much more.
Hey, I'm working on, next time. Next time
All
I'll
right.
get them both.
On the other side of the cavern, separated by fire and smoke, is Lee the monk.
Okay. Will you tell me more about this fire? Like, how tall is it? Can I run through it?
I will tell you.
Plasma?
So it's not plasma, it's fire. There's like a little. I mean, you know what? I'm even gonna. There's like a little bit of fire. I'm gonna leave it there for visual sense. But like this was basically like there was a big fire at the throne, and then there was like a little fuse on a bomb, like whizzed across the throne room, and then the big leaf painted on the throne room is still on fire. So if you wanted to just cut across like here, I wouldn't even make you roll anything.
Okay.
I would say if you're going to go through the main fire, probably you're just going to take some fire damage.
Okay. Question.
Is that
Yep, that's
more
exactly
questions?
what I wanted to know.
For answers to questions such as these.
Just ask them.
Question
Just
the
ask them,
second is, since there is so much smoke and the brightness of the fire, can I see over to where Diendo and Thamia are?
Yeah, I would say, it's obscured, but like, you might not like if like Diendo, if he had like a t-shirt with some print on it, you probably couldn't read it.
Okay.
But you recognize the familiar silhouettes of Thamia and bugbears fighting through the fire. You see Diendo lying on the ground of the wooded cavern. You see a badly wounded goblin standing over your halfling friend.
Okay. And then last question for now is a medicine check
more of a comment, really.
to stable. Okay, a medicine check to stabilize Diendo would be an action, correct?
I bet it is.
Yeah, I think it is. It's a skill check.
I think it is too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's useful to note for any other person. You don't have to be necessarily a bard who can. That would at least keep Diendo from. Diendo is currently bleeding out. He is in a state we call dying. Anyone theoretically trained in medicine. Well, I think anyone can try and stabilize him.
There's not an enormous amount of blood in Diendo, so it shouldn't take long.
No, it's
Aline.
Yeah, but it's like
I'm gonna
it's
heal
a small
him
hole,
before his turn comes around again.
all right.
Okay.
So Lee, other questions?
I think that's it. I'm just deciding whether I want to try to.
This is an ethical decision.
It's not an ethical decision. I'm gonna.
You're right.
Hit...
Diendo is unethical.
I'm gonna hit something. It's not going to be Diendo. I just am trying to decide whether I want to try to climb up to hit a goblin in the face with a quarterstaff, or if I want to run over and hit a bugbear in the face with a quarterstaff.
I love that we've played with Tony long enough that she already knows his next question is, are you going to hit Diendo?
Right.
Aline and I play every Tuesday night, and Aline, I am required by my programming to say it's not too late to curry favor with the bugbears.
Interesting. All right, I will take that under consideration. Okay, quickly, does anyone have any, should I go for the bugbear? I don't have anything good that's ranged, so...
I would say take out either that goblin that's bloodied or go for the bugbear if you can close. But either way, we just gotta start dropping bodies.
Yeah.
Okay.
The key is deploy damage to
That
bad
goblin
guys.
is messed up enough you might be able to take him out with a dart.
My range on the dart isn't that great, so I'm just
It
gonna...
should be noted,
You
by the
can
way, I
hit-
looked it up. If you make a regular attack and then you want to do your second unarmed attack, you can actually break those up with a move if you still got move left.
Yeah,
So if
so
you can take him
that's
out-
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, so you
You
can
can,
take him out
run
and
into
attack
that-
whisper.
Run into that throng and punch several people, and then double back and be like, "Oh, goblin, I forgot about you. One more punch."
On the way out, just throw him an elbow.
Yeah, monks.
Okay, well, I rolled a 13 to hit this goblin. I'm assuming that probably doesn't cut it.
It does not. I believe we've established a goblin's AC is a little bit higher than that. So that goblin somehow wobbles on his feet as you run past and try and punch him.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again.
All right.
How about a 26? How about a crit?
26. Aline, can you tell me how you murdered that goblin with your fists?
Well, it's with my. Oh no, it has to be an unarmed strike. Yeah. I just punch him in the face really hard and break his nose.
Punch him in the face really hard. You know,
Yeah.
some goblins have really big noses. I don't know how much of that is cartilage, how much of that is bone, but you just took some of the pieces of bone in his head and sent it flying backward into his goblin brain. He is sad and dead. I'm just going to leave his corpse over here now.
As a warning to the others.
Yes.
Pour encourager les autres.
So I think that's.
Do you have any movement left that you want to use, or are you happy where you are?
I think I'm okay where I am. You know, I think I'll step a little bit closer to Diendo. I'll take one more step, but I'll just stay here, and I think that's my turn.
All right. Next up, it is Rosethorn. There is a cackling from deep up in the cavern. And there is zip-zop, some bolts of force energy shooting down at, let's say, Lee and Thamia. He is casting Magic Missile. He's casting it at 2nd level.
Tony, can I ask a question about this? I know we are hearing him cackling, but we don't know where he is what you're telling me?
I will tell you, he is attacking from cover up here.
He's attacking from
see
cover up there. So here's my
You see the little part of his name.
Yeah,
The northeast of the throne.
I at this point, you've probably concluded what's going on up there.
What's
Just
going
check
on?
something that could be relevant to that. Because as
I
you might
said,
remember,
hey,
when I came in, I
yay,
cast
yay,
silence.
Thank you.
And that creates something that is a
Oh, yeah, you did.
20-foot radius sphere. And it was centered on that
He's
throne.
within 20 feet.
He's within 20 feet of that throne. If Magic Missile has... First of all, we can't hear him cackle because he can't talk.
Crap.
Second of all, if Magic Missile requires a verbal component, he is out of luck, my friend.
Let me ask you this.
Good argument.
Is he able to
Thank you.
see?
Thank you.
Let me ask you this.
Is he still able to see?
Why would he not be able to see?
Well, he
Easy
might have been
parts.
blinded by silence.
Silence does...
Silence!
All right. So, Dan, I have a kind of a question that's kind of gives something away.
Is it more of a comment?
More of a comment. He is using Wand of Magic Missile, which I think lets him cast Magic Missile.
It'd be a pretty crappy wand if you had to talk to it to make it shoot a magic
Well,
missile.
but I mean, Magic
Wand,
Missile
It's just
is
optional.
Magic Missile has a voice component. It's
Oh, please,
vocal
oh,
and
please, oh,
somatic.
please, oh, please.
So the question is, does that let him do that
That's
or
a
not?
great question.
Yeah, does he have to say something to make the wand
Also,
work?
I think if you can't hear him and he can't cast Magic Missile,
Then we don't really see
We
him.
don't know where he is, which is like a real conundrum.
yeah, none of you basically. So none of you know what's going on up in that little hollow, which is that this is going to be great for podcasting. There's a goblin that's going like this.
Okay, so according to a DMG quote, the spell is so magic items allow the user to cast a spell from the item, often by expending charges. Spells cast at lowest possible spelling caster level doesn't expend any of the user's spell slots and requires no components unless the item's description says otherwise.
So
I'm going to say that he can't cast it. How long does silence last, Dan?
10 minutes.
Damn it.
You really should ask me that before making a decision.
I have
All right.
another question related to that cone of silence thing. Does
More of a
it?
sphere.
Oh, sphere.
It's a sphere, and it goes off.
Sphere of silence.
It's a sphere.
Does that range, like, does that mean either, because I think I'm in, I might be in, but Lee and Diendo definitely are they able to hear Rosethorn talking?
Nothing in that 20-foot sphere makes a sound.
Okay, so they can't make noise
No.
either?
Which may be important. All right, so now we're doing this. Now we're doing this. People are drawing arrows.
No
They're
sound
all
can be
the-
created
all-
within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere.
All right. The straws, the twine is coming out. That is
know.
important if you're going to penalize Rosethorn in that way. And when I say penalize, I mean use your spells that I pay attention to the rules of. That may impact. That may impact some of the magic users who are not on Team
Yeah,
Goblin.
I just got to take a step and then I'll be fine, Tony.
Thinking about Linnell, thinking about Kilyar, thinking about Ollie, whose bow only works if he whispers to it. So, Thammy, you don't need to yell for anything, right? You just.
Oh no,
stuff.
I just yell for the sheer joy of yelling, but it doesn't make my.
What is it? Now people are drawing stuff
That's
on the
me.
map.
Sorry, I was trying to get rid of. I was trying to move it. Give me 1 second. I'll just put it where the actual effect.
All right. So here's the question: Rosethorn is a brilliant tactician. Does Rosethorn stay up here, unable to fire his magic missiles, or does he drop down, placing himself in harm's way, but able to deploy magic missiles? What is the intelligent thing to do in this situation? Guys, it's hard to play a character that's smarter than you. I've decided, based on a dice roll, that he is going to stay up in his little alcove. You can't see him or hear him, but for our watchers at home, you can see him. There's 2 goblins either side, and he is wordlessly tapping them and pointing down for them to go in and engage in battle. Since he's can't
not
do anything
very
from here.
happy, I'm guessing.
He is not. Sadly, you'll never hear. Wait, Dan, I created an enemy, a villain full of identity and interests, and you robbed him of his voice.
That's on you, man.
Is it? You're the one who cast silence.
Yeah. Some enemies should be seen and not heard.
Okay.
Or not seen.
Show don't
not
tell.
heard.
Show don't tell.
Linnell, the high elf, you are all alone on the western side of the chamber.
Yeah, God.
Smoke and fire is everywhere. Goblins are aplenty.
Linnell
Bugbears in
takes a
limited
step.
supply.
Linnell takes a step to the left so that he's outside of the cone of silence, and then he firebolts the crap out of that goblin that's up in the corner to the left of him.
All right, that goblin does have, I believe, superior cover because of his great his sniper spot, which
means I roll with disadvantage.
I think this is the one thing where there's a -5 penalty to attack rolls.
Okay.
There's the one place where they don't do advantage or disadvantage. They do a mathematical modifier in 5e.
So this -5. Okay, so I'm not going to hit that there.
You know what? Now another part of the tree is on fire. It's hard for anyone to blame you, given how much of the tree is already on fire. But you're not helping.
Question: if I'm right next to the place where the goblin is, is there any way to sort of undo the superior coverage through movement?
If you got up into his little sniper spot with him, which is what Ollie was trying to do over on the other side of the map. I don't know if you want to bother doing that or not.
I don't like it. Those were dissonant whispers, but just sort of like a practice of dissonant whispers.
This is an adventure. This is a high fantasy adventure where you guys climb trees.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
or attempt to, anyways.
Hey.
I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, wait,
Dan, does that square represent your sphere of silence?
I think that's more or less. Sorry, I was trying to get it the right size. I think it
can
may
still
extend
use the rest.
one more square back. I just can't see under the darkness there.
Oh yeah, you could still move if you wanted.
I can use the rest of my movement.
Ironically, Whisper is unfazed by the area of silence.
All right, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to come join the gang, I guess.
I guess that's not ironic at all.
No, it's appropriate. He's just a bugbear of few words.
All right, that's all I can do.
You know what it's like?
Right.
It's like rain on your wedding day.
Oh, God.
A bugbear of few words? I forgot that verse.
A bugbear of few words. Yes, her
If only
most
there was
famous album.
any
The classic
actual
novel.
irony in that song.
Q Weris, or Q to his friends.
True. Well, first things first, I am going to cast Healing Word on Diendo, who I saw
You think
go
you can
down.
see Diendo from where you are?
Hooray!
You said you can
And-
see through the fire, right?
Through the fire and the fury and the smoke in this literal hell inside a tree I have created for you to fight goblins, yes, you can see.
As
Diendo.
long as
Yeah,
he's
great.
not required to read my T-shirt to cast that spell, we should be fine.
Or hear you say anything.
All right, what is Diendo's t-shirt that he probably picked up on spring break say?
Mustache Inspector? It was an off-brand T-shirt.
Yeah. Half a ling full of fun.
Sorry,
Oh
Mustache
my gosh.
Inspector is terrible and great at the same time. It's like it was tried to be really crude, and it kind of missed the mark.
Just love mustaches.
No, seriously, that's why I'm here.
We should probably make that one.
Okay. So yes, healing word cast on good old Diendo. You get some healing via these words.
Sweet. What are the words?
The words are birds. 4 hit points. I rolled
Hey, it's better than I had.
literally the lowest I could roll on that. Sorry.
This is not a thing that requires me to consume a hit die or anything?
Nope. That's
Beauty.
just 4 free hit points for you. The next thing I'm going to do is shoot a goblin with a crossbow. But there are
I like this song.
so many goblin targets.
I asked you guys to clear out goblins. Did you clear out goblins? You
You
didn't.
killed one.
Yeah.
One less goblin for you. I'm going to take a... okay, first, I guess the relevant question is, do any of these goblins not have cover from me down here?
No.
They all have cover? Even the ones like all the way across where Ollie is?
Yep.
Well, that sucks. Do they all have superior?
Well, we could take them out, Tony, if you didn't have them in cover. Like,
Well,
we're trying to
Again,
help you here.
this is on you.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, they could all just decide to jump down. It would be fine.
I thought about it, and then I realized it's way better for them to murder you from up there.
Do they all have superior cover?
Yep, they have these nice little sniper nests all around the
right.
little hollows of the tree
Fine.
that they have carved out here.
How are my
It's really a
attacks?
great trap that they have
Terrible.
lured you into. Here in the center of this, they basically set the tree on fire while you guys are down there, and they pepper you with arrows if you choose not to burn to death. So fire or arrows, decide how you want to die.
Cool. All right. I'm going to shoot the one, I guess, over here on the left.
All right.
Do I want to use my own inspiration? That seems like a waste, so I'm just going to shoot a crossbow. I don't know why that rolled twice. Neither of those will hit with a -5, I'm assuming.
No, they will not. Sorry.
Well, that was a waste.
All right,
what-
an arrow hits into the side of the tree near a goblin. He sneers at you.
I'm going to move.
Yeah, you got a lot of places you could go that are not there.
Now that crossbow is really cross. It's not a light crossbow anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just a crossbow.
Okay. If I put myself here, I assume that limits the number of goblins that can shoot at me.
Yeah, I would say severely. Like possibly to 0.
I'm going to do that at least so I can stay alive. Because I've only got 9 hit points.
Show off.
Next is Team Goblin. All right. I'm just going to...
What fortuitous timing.
Yeah.
Yep. I can read an initiative tracker.
All right.
We've made it through one round.
I'm going to do this clockwise again.
I'm still
Keep
prone,
watching.
it should be noted.
Keep watching the goblins. You are still prone, and in fact, I don't think they can tell the difference between you dying and being prone and full of hit points on the floor.
That is super
So I think
insulting.
their new targets are going to be, they have a complicated goblin hand signal system here. So you know what? In fact, these goblins have been ordered by Rosethorn to get out of the way. So they are going to drop down and attack. They're going to go for Thamia and that's Lee. So Thamia and Lee, 2 goblins are coming at you with their short swords.
Bring it on.
Oh, it's brought. Orange die is Thamia. Thamia, I have rolled a 7.
Yeah, that's going to miss.
Lee, I've rolled a 19.
Could we just switch those around?
Nope.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, Lee, you get cut for 5 scimitar damage. Moving around the cavern, this goblin up here is going to fire an arrow at Thamia. Thamia, I have rolled a 19, which I think we described does not hit you.
That is...
That is the
19
number?
is my AC.
Ugh, arrow to the shoulder, 5 damage. Ollie, there's a goblin here who's going to shoot at you. 23.
Seems like a hard angle for that guy to shoot down at somebody
Yeah.
directly next to his cliff, right?
No, it's great.
I mean,
It's great. It's great. Ollie, 5 damage. The two other goblins on the far area, the range of a short bow is 80 feet. So you are, let's see, Linnell is in range, and who's in range of this guy? I guess Ollie. So, shot on Linnell. That is a 21. 5 damage, probably.
Jeez. No, that's not going to hit. Just kidding.
Okay. I'm on a roll. It's great. And Ollie, 11
1
doesn't
second.
sound very...
Okay,
11
nope,
doesn't sound
you're good.
very intimidating.
No, I catch another one.
Okay. Yeah. So it would be cooler if you hadn't just gotten shot with the other one.
Yeah,
So.
I know.
It's not catching it when
He
it's
was
in your
concentrating on
shoulder.
the second one.
Yeah.
You try to like fake it. You're like, no, I caught it. I totally caught it.
All right. Ollie, it is your turn again.
Okay, so if I move up, like line of sight is basically not an issue, right? Like if I move up to sort of midway between these two sniper joints on my side, they can still shoot at me if they want.
They can still shoot at you. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So up the tree again I go.
All right. Got to beat 10 on an athletics check.
You can do it.
Roll 1d
Salmon that ladder.
plus. Yeah, you think I'd be good at this. I like specifically made my character to be good at this. Athletics check plus 5.
Did you make him good at rolling dice though? Because
No,
I find
I did
that's
not.
That's the hard
I
part.
forgot that.
All right. Wait a
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
You climb up. So you probably stashed your bow to do that. You arrive at the top. What do you want to do to that goblin?
Okay, let's see. I didn't actually expect to get up here, so let's see what. What do I have? I've got a longbow and an unarmed strike, and if
You didn't bring a sword?
I did. I'm just trying to check my
headbutt him.
my equipment. Oh wait, sorry. Here we go.
A medium-sized rock?
Yeah, no, I've got a scimitar and a rapier,
Okay, pick one of
You got
those.
2 swords.
and I can do two-handed wielding. What does that do for me?
That means you can attack twice.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Your second time will do less damage though. Just FYI, one of them you won't get to add your bonus to. You'll just
That's
roll it
okay.
out.
It's just insurance against
Yep.
bad rolls. So I take out my 2 swords and I stab this guy in the face.
It's nice of him to stand by while you
Yeah,
pull
it's
2
very-
swords
Yeah.
out of
You're
your
like,
pack.
Search your
what do you
pockets.
think? The rapier, the scimitar? How are you feeling about this?
At
Also,
this
I
point,
imagine dual wielding a rapier and a scimitar seems challenging because of the weight and style difference, but somehow Ollie McRegent pulls it off.
it didn't make any sense. And this poor goblin, he'd probably help me up to the top of the tree at this
He's
point.
like,
It's feeling pretty bad for me.
Let me give you a hand there, bro.
Don't fall again.
Spirit of the game, you know.
Yeah, you've really been trying. So wait, now I need to look at my new things. Plus 5. 1d. 20, right? Plus 5 to hit. 21.
Oh, you get him right in the side. Which attack is first? Short rapier or cutlass? Sorry, scimitar.
Rapier.
All right, you needle him with a rapier. Why don't you roll damage and see if he's still alive?
8 plus. I think he's going to be 1d8 plus 3. 9.
You impale him in the side, and tell me what happens to him as you send him tumbling to his demise.
I say thanks for the hand up. I feel. Hey, we should watch The Princess Bride sometime.
And he Wilhelm screens on his way down to the floor where you were. So, Ollie, good news.
Real
you now
trading
have,
places there.
Yeah, you now have a nice little slightly used sniper nest from which I'm going to say you have cover. You also have, I would say, uninterrupted shots on any of the goblins on the far side of the cavern.
Okay, thanks. I was going to ask that.
I'm going to say you can hit these folks down on the floor. I would say this guy around the corner from you is probably impossible.
Yeah, that seems totally fair. And I can't get Rosethorn, can I? Probably not.
You know what? Actually, you can see Rosethorn now and again. You're, in fact, the first person to have exactly where he is. You see a diminutive figure wearing a cloak with a hood and waving around. It looks like maybe a wand or a staff. Hard to tell because he's small. Over here, you have your eyes are on him.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Big turn. Next up, it is everybody's favorite. It is Team Bugbear.
Oh boy.
I think Team Bugbear is going to converge. They're the muscle. They see who your muscle is on your party. They are going to converge on Thamia. Thamia, Morningstar attack coming your way. 15.
Nope.
Second Morningstar attack from, is it Nash? What is his name? Grash. Grash, 2 knives.
His name was Nash, but he changed it to Grash because he thought it sounded cooler.
10. They are swinging their Morningstars, but you are dancing with your swords. And they are not connecting, and they're just getting pissed off, and they're working up a sweat. And, now this general area smells like sweaty bugbear, which is it's not good. So, Diendo, good news. You're not dead.
I like it. Cool. I guess I'll spend half my move to stand
I'm
up.
indifferent to it.
It seems like I should be able to punch butts from a prone position, but
I think you do. Do you have disadvantage when you're attacking prone? I don't remember.
Well,
it doesn't.
But against butts, wouldn't you have advantage on butts from a prone?
You would think. Well,
right there.
The thing is,
advantage on butts. Title.
I only come up to butt height when I'm standing, so
true.
So
that's
you're
why I
like
punch
you're
butts.
like calf. Yeah, your name is Diendo Butt Puncher, not calf puncher. So.
Well, it's unofficial, but sure.
Yeah, Diendo Calf Puncher is the worst hand on the farm.
Yeah.
Well,
Just milk the calf, Diendo.
All right, so I spring up from the floor and I say, "Ha ha!" And then I try to stab this bugbear that's next to me.
All right.
Whisper.
You probably have advantage, or no? No, that's not monk. That's not how monks work. Sorry, I was just playing
I'll
a
take
session earlier today with a rogue. Rogues get advantage when they have friends nearby. Monks are just twisting in the wind.
Actually, technically, they just get sneak attack. They don't get advantage when their friends nearby. Just FYI.
And that is not good.
Monty may have been cheating the whole time. Unclear.
That
Monty had something where he had advantage.
Wow,
when
Dan,
somebody
way
was
to
within
call
5
out
feet.
Monty.
I would also like more homework, please.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. Dan, I think we played it correctly. I was getting mixed up. He does sneak attack damage when
That's
he's a friend
correct.
nearby.
Yes.
That is a 16 on that bugbear? For anybody who's
16
interested in
hits
the
a
game that
bugbear.
we're supposedly playing right now?
Yeah, I was going to say thank you for moving us along.
Thank you, Steve. Steve, this is why I tried to murder you. To really slow everything down. 16 hits this bugbear.
I like it.
Unscathed whisper bugbear in the side of the head.
Let's see what that does.
Wait.
That does 9 damage.
All right. The bugbear looks slightly shaken up by that. You box his ears pretty impressively, which is impressive given how high up his ears are.
Yeah, man.
What do bugbear ears look like?
I'm going to use up my last remaining key point and unleash a flurry of blows on that same fellow.
McFlurry of blows.
So 2 unarmed strikes coming your way, dude. Oh, well, one of them is a 22. The other one is only a
22 definitely hits.
The other one's only a 14. Now, can I use inspiration on attack rolls? This is
I think,
DM
absolutely.
Inspiration. That's just a reroll, right?
Yeah, I mean, technically it gives you advantage, but you can see it and say, I'm using my inspiration to roll a second die and take the higher.
Yeah, so I will do that. And that one is a 20 versus. So that is a hit.
All right, so you hit him. I've only logged damage once, so you hit him twice.
Well, I hit him once with a spear.
Yes,
and now I'm punching. Now I'm punching his butt twice, one for each bun.
Yes. All right.
Oh, good. That one's a 7 damage.
All right.
And the
He is
second
very
one
hurt at this point.
is a 5 damage.
-7.
So all told,
-5.
21 damage? No.
He is not. This bugbear started at the end of his turn, hale and hearty, and he has been speared and punched several times and looks like he's about to fall over. Yeah.
Cool. I like it. I don't think there's anything else I can do here except stand here and wait for their turn so they can all kill me.
That sounds bad. Don't do that.
There's no standard
Yeah, let's not do
action that allows you to use a hit die, is there? In 5e?
Nope.
I don't
think
think
so.
so.
Only
I think
certain
short
classes
words,
can heal during
think
a fight.
Somebody can take a short rest, right? Or
No, it's
sorry,
not that. It's the
second wind.
fighters can do a second wind.
Fighters can
Yeah,
take a second.
I can do
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's pretty rare.
All right. Thamia, you are surrounded by goblins and bugbears and fire and smoke and monks and...
Goblins and bugbears. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go for Grash with my. What is it? What do I have? I don't even know. My big one. My Warhammer. That is what I'm going
My
to
big
go
Hit him with the big
hammer
one.
and a little axe. Little axe,
Yes.
big hammer.
I rolled 20. Pretty sure
All
that's
right.
going to hit.
Bang! Warhammer right on its side.
And I need my
The bugbear, who
D8.
is just out of the cone of silence, grunts noisily.
6 plus 3 is 9.
This bugbear looks unwell.
Okay, but not dead yet?
Not dead yet.
Okay, so I will take my hand axe towards him. Let's finish him off. 15 plus 5 is, again, a 20.
Roll damage.
And I'm going to roll my d4. Only 4 points of damage.
Oh, this bugbear is somehow still on his feet, even as you just knock him on the side of the head with an axe.
Oh, wait, except I rolled a d4 instead of a d6 because I picked up the wrong dice.
Okay.
But do I just
I
keep
don't
the
know.
4 or I don't even
I'm going to give you 1 more damage. He is badly
okay.
hurt.
Okay.
He is somehow still on his feet.
I enjoy the negotiation, though. What do you say to 2 more damage?
How about 2.5?
Thamia, all set?
Yes.
All right, Lee, there are a fresh goblin and 2 pretty badly wounded bugbears hanging around in your general vicinity.
I'm going to go
Looks
for
like
the fresh goblin, please.
Two fresh
Bel Air?
goblins, but one of them is immediately. Yeah. Would you like to try the goblin? It's fresh.
In
I
the
just
tree in the
don't-
woods. I was born and raised.
No.
I do not remember the AC of a goblin, so I rolled a 14, and I don't know if that hits.
14 does not hit.
I think it's a
Okay.
15.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try flurry of blows here. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'm just gonna stand here and look pretty.
right.
You know,
Success.
You do it so well.
swaying a little, looking a little bit unsteady, but
All
standing
right.
here.
Ollie, you see in the distance Rosethorn kind of heading back into squeezing into a little crack behind his the crevasse that he is hiding in the tree. There's some movement in the branches up above, and a form appears here. He is going to fire a magic missile down at all of you. How many people are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4 good guys. So magic missile is usually 3 glowing darts. He is going to cast it at level 2 for 4 glowing darts hurtle down at you. This is magic missile. Guess what? Magic missile just hits. It's magical. Zip zop, says Rosethorn as he cackles maniacally. Zip zop! Linnell, you are going to take 2 force damage. Lee, 5 force damage.
I have deflect missiles.
Does that deflect magic missiles?
I don't know. You use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack.
It's not a weapon attack.
Not a weapon
attack.
Okay, so I'm sorry.
If
said
you
the
could
one-
catch a
strike.
magic missile,
1?
that would be amazing.
Wouldn't that?
Yeah, I believe you took 5. Is that the number I said?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the number, unfortunately.
I believe it was 2. You might have just gotten
I
it
think that
flipped
was
over.
2.5.
That was me.
I think that was Linnell.
Yeah.
Diendo, 3 force damage, and Thamia, 2 force damage. He could have done better on that
I was going to use my cutting words on one of those.
to minimize the damage.
Yes. That
Oh.
does work. Roll a die.
Who would you?
make
Which
it-
of the 4 would you like to? Block?
I think Diendo is probably going to be in the worst shape. So let's do that.
All right,
So
cutting
I
words
can
away.
use 1d6 to reduce a damage roll.
Words away.
That's 2.
All right.
So
So
that
2 off.
2 minus, and what did I hit you for, Diendo? More than 2?
You hit me for 3.
Yeah, so you only take 1.
Okay, I have 3 hit points. Hooray.
A magic missile clips you. All right. Let's see here.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome.
I'm
you
changing
would
my
say
tune
if you
on-
weren't in a giant cone of silence.
Indeed. All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know why you don't cast this
Um,
when you play your bagpipes.
Yeah, as a safety measure. Linnell, you are within the cone of silence, but on the edge of the fight, there are bugbears, there are goblins, and there is some strange creature casting magic missiles at you from up above.
I move.
Out of the cone.
Out of the cone, and then I attack this goblin here.
Mm-hmm.
How about a 20 to hit?
20 hits. I don't know what you're doing to him, but that will hit.
It will be a firebolt. Oh my god. One damage.
You lightly toast him for 1 damage as a firebolt gives him basically a really bad sunburn.
I'm starting to not like these low-level characters.
No, I'm sorry, Linnell. Makes you appreciate Elevor more, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Q Waris, you are next. Bringing us to the end of the round.
Let's see. All right, so we still got bugbears who are up, huh?
Yeah, just barely. One of them, they look like they could,
Strong
a
wind.
good hit and any hit would take them down.
Cool. I will shoot at this one back here. Which one is that? Grash.
Grash.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to crossbow.
You guys are imagining that the goblins and the bugbears have like jerseys with their last names in all caps. Well, I guess they really only have first names.
That is a critical. Good. I overkilled him with 18 points
Alright.
of damage.
Your short bow
Crossbow.
sails
Thank you.
across. Oh, crossbow. Sorry, the bolt from your crossbow, because people get really mad when you say arrows from crossbows. Crossbow fans, don't mess with them. They're serious business. The bolt from your crossbow whizzes
Also, mess
across
with
the
them,
cavern.
please.
Somehow threading the needle between Linnell and Thamia and hitting Grash 2 knives in the side of the head as he collapses to the ground.
I'm going to use
And
a bonus
with that-
action.
Yeah, he
And
is.
with that,
I use a
Hugh
bonus
Harris will
action.
use a bonus action. Started this podcast.
I am going to give Ollie Bardic Inspiration, so that's a D6 that he can add to an attack roll or other thing.
So, do you want to give Guy just a quick brief on when one might use Bardic Inspiration?
Yeah, so Bardic Inspiration is essentially I give you a D6. Within the next 10 minutes, you can roll that D6 and add it to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. One ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that you make. You can
decide after
you roll the D20. So if you roll and you're like, that's just short or something, you can roll a D6 and add it to it.
Okay. And given that a D6 is going to give you, probably 3-ish, plus 3, you know at this point the armor classes of most of the bad guys. You could figure it out. You could decide when it's worthwhile.
Use it wisely.
Yeah, Dan, my plan is to just keep shooting at this last bug.
Oh yeah, you should kill the heck out of him.
The goblin will start off. Diendo, you have stood up and attacked a bugbear, placing yourself in harm's way of a goblin. Did you mean to do that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. Well, a goblin's going to try and run you through with a rusty scimitar.
Go for it.
14. Nope, 13 to hit.
I dodge out of the way nimbly.
Nice.
Yay!
Thamia, a goblin flails his little scimitar in your direction. That
Bring
is
it.
slightly more intimidating.
That is
15 to
nasty.
hit.
Nope.
The goblin up in his alcove takes a sniper shot on you. That is also a 14 to hit, is not very impressive.
Still not.
The next goblin is dead. This goblin over here, let's see. He could fire on Ollie. I'm going to say Ollie. Yeah, you know what? They don't like that Ollie is up in one of their sniper nooks. They are going to fire on you because they realize you are now a threat to them. So my last 2 goblins in the order are firing at Ollie, hoping they can kill him.
Do they get disadvantage because of the branches, or
I'm going to say
you same level?
you all have you have no disadvantage for hitting them. They have no disadvantage for hitting you.
Got it.
All right, 2 goblin shots coming your way. I rolled a 9 on both of them.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Checks in the mail.
It was not intentional on my part. So
We should have taken a break an hour ago.
Yeah. Wow, that was not a great. Did I do any damage?
No.
Not
That's
a great
making
turn for
making
Team
up
Golly.
for a lot of damage they did.
Yeah, I was
lot
on
of
a
damage in
great
the first
roll
round.
for a while.
Yeah.
All right, Lee, you are Overwatch. You are up in a I don't know, previously used, repossessed goblin sniper point. You have a view
Very
of
gently
basically
used.
almost the entire battlefield. I'm going to say you have no penalties for attacking anyone, including some people that are very hard for other people to attack. You can't see Rosethorn and you can't see this other goblin over here, but otherwise you can see. You have the whole cavern is yours, sir.
Sounds fair. I'm gonna murder this bugbear. the guy standing whisperer.
All right.
Dude.
He looks like he is one arrow shot away from death.
Yeah. Okay. So 1.
And if you could deny him a turn, that would be great because his turn is next.
That's
That would be
that's my
real
plan,
good.
baby. 1 + 6. Here we go. 22.
Woo!
All right.
Nice.
Please roll me
Yeah.
damage
So
and
hot.
possibly tell me how you murderize this bugbear.
1d8. 7.
He is down. What happens to him, guy?
He looks up into the branches of the tree that he sees rustling where his goblin overwatch guy used to be, and an arrow sticks him right in the head.
Ugh. Guy, I think I hear you typing the same things over and over again. Pro tip in Roll20, I think if you hit up, it'll give you your previous things if you need to do
nice.
the same dice roll over and over again.
Oh,
I didn't know
perfect.
that.
Thanks. Yeah, I gotta go buy real dice again. I gave them away last time I finished.
There is also a wonderful app called
Dice
by Peacock.
By Peacock.
Yeah, I put it in here so that you guys can see it and make sure I'm not screwing it
Oh,
up somehow.
it is. Well, that's probably good since you're to help you with the math. It is a wonderful app made by a person. All
I thought it
right.
was made by a panda. That was my understanding.
Yeah.
No, it's made by a team
Team Panda?
Of pandas?
of pandas.
The
Yeah.
acrobatic
Adorable.
panda team.
Ollie, anything else you want to do on your turn? You probably don't want to climb down from there.
I'm thinking about using my second wind.
Okay. What kind of action is that?
To think about it or to do it?
It's a bonus action.
And that lets you get some hit points.
That lets me. Sorry, yeah, 1d10 plus 2 hit points.
That's probably not a bad idea.
If you're
When
down
else
on
are you
hit
gonna use
points,
them?
yeah.
I've got 8 hit points right now out of possible 20, and these guys hit for about 5 or 4.
Yeah, so
and there's
2
two people
shots
who
will
can
take
shoot
you
me.
down. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I would. It
Use
seems
it.
like probably what you don't want to do is be unconscious, wishing you would use that.
Smoke it if you got
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
6.
All right. So you're in double digits at least.
Yeah,
All right.
still not great, but not bad. It's better than when I started the fight, so that's good. Anyway,
Yeah.
I feel good about that turn.
That was good. You took down another big bruiser. Team Bugbear is next. Bad news, Bugbears. You're all dead.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the bad news bugbears.
That was. I really
Are they
feel like
breaking
that
training?
was. I feel like that was the joke I made, but you said it in a funnier voice than me.
Oh, snap.
Podcasting.
Was that intentional? I missed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
You know what, Steve? I think a lot of people don't appreciate my subtlety. Waka waka.
I don't appreciate your subtlety.
Well, it's your turn also.
Oh.
So.
Okay, well, there is a goblin in front of me who tried to take a whack at me earlier, so I'm going to take
He
a whack
did.
at him.
You're gonna spear him.
Whacked.
I'm going to spear him.
Don't spare him. Kill him.
22.
You know that hits a goblin.
I do. And it does 8 points of damage.
You know that is more hit points than your traditional goblin has. Do you want to tell
Yes.
paint me a word picture of what is happening to that goblin?
Yeah, I
People
pierce
seem
him
very
with my
taken aback by this.
spear, and it goes all the way through him and out the other side.
And then you pull the spear back out, presumably because you want to keep it.
No, it goes all the way through him and out the other side, and then I
then
Catches
you go
it
and put
on
it
the
out.
other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like the wind. I am behind him, and I catch it.
All right. For next time,
Very
everybody
cool.
work on your murder narratives. So,
All right, fine.
fair.
And
Never mind.
speaking of like
to
the
be
wind,
fair.
speaking
be
of like
fair.
the wind, I am suddenly 2 steps to the side,
And
squares
I'm
to the side.
hungry like the wind.
Out
and
of
I am
the
taking an
silence.
unarmed strike at the back of this other goblin.
Oh, he does not see it coming.
Yeah.
I'm just moving some corpses as I do.
That, alas, is only a 13.
That you punch him right in his leather armor, and it does not phase him.
Curse you, leather armor!
Do you get to
and
punch
the
him
goblin
again,
you're
or just-
attached to.
Nope,
Okay.
I am all out of key.
All right.
So lost without it.
Yeah, I'm always losing my keys. Damia, the bugbear that was menacing you. I think both bugbears that were menacing you have been murdered by other people.
I
before
didn't
your
get
turn.
to murder them.
Nope.
Dead.
You have
Very
soaked a lot of
sad.
damage.
Yeah. Instead, I shall, I guess, murder the goblin. A goblin.
You could probably
Standing
flex
next
a
to me.
bicep and kill this goblin, so.
This
I
goblin
don't
has
know.
only been given a light sunburn by.
Yeah. He only has 1 damage.
Mhm.
Ooh. Except I rolled a 2. So not going to happen with my mace or hammer or whatever it is.
You know, it's hard. Goblins are small, and you swing your mace solidly through the space where a normal human-sized creature's head would be. That was a little human-centric of me there.
All right.
And the goblin kind of looks up at you whimsically.
Okay, but with my hand axe, I rolled a 17.
All right, and then you chop him in the shoulder with a hand axe.
All right, and I'm rolling my d6 this time, not my d4, because I am rolling the correct dice. 4 + 3 is 7.
He had slightly less than that in hit points thanks to the Scorching Ray. Would you like to describe your murderization of this goblin?
So with my hammer, I missed him, and I was very frustrated. So I kind of did a spin all the way around to take the hand axe and just chop right in the neck, shoulder, joint area, and just like sliced him in two.
This has been a big round for Team Heroes. I started this round not too long ago with a plethora of goblins and at least one bugbear, and you are now, you've turned it around. The start of the fight was pretty rough, but you're now dropping bodies left and right. Thami, you could move around if you wanted to. There's nobody threatening you from.
Well, I would actually like to use my second wind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I don't know where that is. Okay. So I'm going to use a bonus action to regain 1d10 + 3.
Mm-hmm.
And this is 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's the d10.
Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8. Healing that.
5, 6,
and
7.
then in addition to that, I would like to do my thingy that I am looking for, what it's called. Rallying cry.
Oh.
Can you do that in addition to your second wind?
So when you use your second wind feature, you can choose up to 3 allies that can see or hear you within 60 feet to regain 3 hit points because I am a purple dragon knight.
Nice.
I feel like you don't mention that enough. If I was a purple dragon,
wearing a giant purple dragon,
right?
Don't be shy.
I mean, I have the purple mohawk, so
that's true.
You should have like a shield with a logo on it. I think is
cool. I will put that order in.
Well, you don't carry a shield because you're using a warhammer and an axe, so you just it would just be a decorational shield like on your back,
just in case to have. Just
like
in
it's
case,
made of plastic,
It doesn't do anything. It just looks pretty.
Yep,
I like it.
It's
I'm
just
here
an
for that. So which 3? I know obviously Diendo needs some
I could
hit
use some
points.
hit points.
So
I sure
Diendo, take 3 hit points.
Okay.
Oh,
I think anyone
yeah.
Can use them, right?
I'm very low.
So we'll do Lee and Linnell since they're next.
Okay.
And in part, I don't know, is QRS out of range anyway?
60 feet.
I'm actually in range because I've been checking on whether I can reach them for 6 feet. But don't worry about me. I'm pretty well shielded right now, honestly.
True. All right.
Yeah.
So I have a question relevant to Thamia's turn. How high up is Rosethorn here?
I think I've decided that all the little nooks in the woods are 15 feet up.
Okay.
So he's 30 feet
Could
up.
I?
No, I said 15.
But Rosethorn's
He looks
No,
like
but-
he's higher than the goblins.
Yeah, it looks like he's on a second level.
No,
that's all.
he's 15.
Okay.
Theater of the
No,
mind.
I demand that you make him higher.
No.
Take me
So-
higher, Tony.
So
You guys, let's negotiate. He's 20 feet up. So,
So
I
think
I can levitate you
what?
on my turn.
oh, really now?
Airbender, people.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
We have been holding a bunch of good stuff in reserve, I feel
I
like.
did not know that.
Have you not seen the picture?
Hold on, let me copy and paste some bugbears to even this out.
I can only do it once per long rest thing, so I don't use it very often. But
Stop that.
Yeah. If
They're dead. It doesn't hurt.
how high can you levitate me?
20 feet.
Well played. Well played, Aline.
I think that sounds like that could be a great way for me to get up and kick his butt.
Do it.
Okay,
Just as long as you don't punch,
what-
because that's the
here's
end
the
of
thing.
stuff.
I think I can
I won't
only
take it.
I
Trademark.
think I can only do it up and down. Like I can't
But
push
so
you.
Is
Can
it the
I-
levitation spell or is it a
Yeah,
genocide
yeah,
thing?
it's yeah.
You can move laterally, I believe, with levitation, having recently been levitated through a dungeon in a different campaign.
Dan,
Okay.
don't tell them about our secret adventures.
But if I still have, because I haven't
Whoa.
done my movement yet.
Right.
Tony
So,
and Dan's
yeah,
I
secret
can-
adventures.
All right, so here's what I'm picturing. I'm taking my big steps. I'm running to here, and then I do a leap, and I just go and float up. How about that?
I mean, I think Aline can only
Huh?
cast levitate on her turn.
Thamia hits
But-
a wall.
Yeah, but if she doesn't
But her turn is
end
next.
her
so-
turn and I do it right away.
Yeah.
It's
She's
an
right
initiative
behind
order.
me.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay.
No,
so-
no. What
we
happens
have-
is Thamia hits the wall and then Lee levitates like up the wall. You just get like her face. Like,
All right. So first off, this is awesome.
It's the Looney Tunes maneuver.
yeah.
This is amazing. Second off, this is very challenging for me. You've created a conundrum because someone is getting inspiration for this, and I don't know if it's Thamia or Lee. I think it's Lee. Lee, I think
Why
you're the
can't I be both?
mastermind of this. So Lee, you get inspiration.
I'll take it.
You
Thank you.
yeah. So you gave one challenge. You are currently in a cone of silence. So
Wait,
I don't
No,
think
but see, okay, we have been traveling
Yes.
together
All right.
for many, many moons of long time.
All three of us. That's
All right.
right. All three of
Yes.
us.
And
So
I
I feel
see.
like
I'm picking
we've
up what she's putting
practiced
down.
this.
yeah.
When we all leveled up to level 3 together, it's
You
like,
had a meeting.
oh, look at this cool thing I can do. I can levitate. It's like, oh, you
we
can
went out to the
levitate me.
basketball court and like
Yeah.
Thamia was like slam dunking as Lee like
Yeah.
levitates her
Yeah.
up, and we're like,
Yeah.
all right, we can workshop
all right.
this.
So now we can go.
Can Lee cast levitate in the cone of silence?
That's what we're
It
saying.
doesn't
So,
say it's a spoken word thing.
Yeah, it's
But-
got a verbal component.
however,
It does. It does. 'Cause
Yeah,
I don't
it's
see that.
VSM. See where it
I
says
think-
components.
Tony,
V is the-
wait,
but-
you can tell.
I mean,
I can
but
end
Dan
this
totally
as a free
turned it
action,
off.
can't I?
Hold on, Lee. You only have to move 10 feet out of the cone at the start of your turn to do it, so you're fine.
Also,
This is all happening.
yeah, what I'm saying is, as part of this, since I'm part of this trio, I know they're going to do this, and I think I can end it as a free action because it's just
So
concentration.
you're saying it does not even need to be your turn.
I don't think so, right? Because it's just
All right.
it's just a spell
right.
that I'm just thinking about really hard.
Okay.
I can stop
Mind
thinking
you,
about something
this
for
is-
free.
I can
This
quit
is-
anytime I
alright.
want.
This is shenanigans. Just so we're clear, everyone's clear here. This is shenanigans, right?
As it should
awesome
be.
shenanigans.
Yes. All right.
Yes,
So
amazingness.
obviously, first off, this is happening. Lee is getting inspiration for it as the instigator of this. All I need to know, it's the heat of battle. There is fire, there's smoke, there is goblin and bugbear corpses at your feet. I just need to know what is Thamia, you look over at Lee. Lee, you look over at QRS. QRS, you look back. I just need to see in the video what are the nonverbal expressions that you're giving. Starting
Can I
with
I have a note here. Linnell
Yes?
could have used brain Skype for all of them. So Linnell could have said, Lee, we need to get or Lee, maybe we could use that magical thing of yours. And then Lee's like, yes. And then I boop to Thamia. Thamia, Lee's going to use the magical thing. And then Thamia.
Oh, you can't
Lee's like,
patch them all. You don't have conference call.
Yeah,
on,
I can't.
On Brain Skype?
Yeah, I don't have conference
So
call.
you're like,
I
you
have-
still have to be the phone tree.
Yeah, I haven't paid for the upgrade yet.
And then Ollie calls you, and
telephone.
this is like, I'm lonely over here in my sniper spot. How's it going?
I got the bugbear.
Yeah.
And then you hear this.
Ollie's kind of upset because he thought climbing the tree was going to be a cool move.
He didn't know that somebody
One-upped.
could levitate.
While this
All
is
right.
all going on, Diendo tries to call Linnell, and he keeps hearing the call waiting beeper going on.
All right, Thamia, it's your turn. You haven't moved yet. You murdered a
right.
goblin. What's happening? Walk us through it.
All right. So in my spin to murder the goblin when I cut him in half, I see Lee doing the signal that she
Yes.
did that we agreed on for
Lee?
the leap.
I think it's just like a
Levitation.
nod. Just like
Lee,
a,
Lee, I want to see the nod.
yeah,
There it
just
is.
like a
Intense,
narrow.
intensity. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna run with my big running steps to run and leap up against the little wall thing there. Perfectly timed. So now it's Lee's turn.
All right. And as that happened, Kyoyaris, as a free action outside of the order, drops the silence.
Yeah, no action required according to the player's handbook.
All right. Kyoyaris does the very complicated thing of a bard of he is distracted by something and ceases to concentrate on the spell.
Did you guys see that?
And all right, Lee, it's your turn.
All right. Well, obviously, I see Thamia running. I cast Levitate.
All right. Please describe for the Dungeon Master, who is me, and the listeners at home, what does Levitate do?
It basically raises someone up to 20 feet.
Okay.
Where did my spell go? One creature or loose object of your choice rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration, which is up to 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds. Unwilling creature, doesn't matter. The target can move only by pushing or pulling against a fixed object or surface which within reach, such as a wall or a ceiling.
Like a big piece of tree.
Big piece of tree. Yeah, so that's basically it. It's just, and it's a standard action.
I'm seeing that if you had cast it on yourself, you could control your own movement vertically. So this is important, Thamia. From here on, Lee controls your movement vertically. So,
Okay.
So you control the horizontal, she controls the vertical.
Well, but except it's basically Thamia, as long as Lee is concentrating on this, it's kind of like you're in 0G. So you probably can't run or walk, but you can push yourself off.
But yeah, you don't even need to be standing on it, right? Like you just essentially you pull that move from Back to the Future 2 where Marty jumps off the building and then just he lands on the DeLorean and then he just floats upward and then you hit Rosethorn. That's gonna be awesome.
Right.
All right. So Lee, keep going, Lee.
I was just going to say, it's a concentration spell, so anytime when I let go or if I'm knocked out, she'll just float down to the ground.
Diendo,
It's not going to be like an abrupt...
Diendo, don't tickle
QRS
me.
is like, did you see this bug I was looking at?
All right, so Thamia and Lee, correct me if I'm wrong. Thamia is now floating in the air 15 feet up. 15 feet up inside the wreckage of the Bearded Man tree, surrounded by smoke and fire. Thamia, you are now face to face with the diminutive form of Rosethorn. This is the closest anyone has been to him, and looking at him now, nose to nose, you see that you are standing levitating in front of a rather tiny, green, warty-skinned little creature wearing a cloak with a hood, holding some kind of wand. He looks at you with trepidation. This is not what I planned! All right,
Is that
Lee.
his turn?
No, that was Lee's turn. He's going to do something on his turn. I'm going to have Dan look something up on his turn. It's going to be great.
Uh-oh.
Everybody loves it when I have to look something up.
I think I'm going to stay where I am. I don't think I'm going to use a move action, so I think I'm good.
All right. It is Rosethorn's turn. Now, as we've established, Rosethorn has a wand of magic missiles. This is what allows him to cast magic missiles because, hint, goblins are not traditionally magic missile owners and operators. So the challenging thing here is it allows him to cast magic missile at a variety of levels. Dan, or anyone else knowledgeable of Dungeons and Dragons, is there a maximum level at which magic missile could be cast?
No. Each additional level provides an additional dart. He is, however, limited by the fact that the magic missiles wand has a limited number of charges.
It does indeed. I will just tell you. So this is character knowledge, not player knowledge, not character knowledge, but just to make sure I'm getting the mechanics of it correctly. He fired a magic missile at level 2 before using 2 charges. He is going to fire 5 charges at Thamia because he is
all at the same
terrified.
Person?
Yes.
Oh no.
I was worried that might happen.
So he is going to hit Thamia with 5 magic missiles. Thamia may still be fine because she's Thamia, but we'll see. This is going to be exciting.
Too far to debuff that, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Let's see. And, he is basically he's leaving it all on the table here. So let me just see if I can do this in Roll20 because I think this will be easier. Each magic missile is a D4 plus 1. If I roll, is it 5d4
5d4 plus 5?
Okay. I wasn't sure how Roll20 was going to interpret that. So I'm rolling at 5d4 plus 5, which could be as much as 25 damage or as little as, 10. 16 force damage hits you, Thamia.
All right.
How are you?
I have 2 hit points.
Amazing.
Does she float away in an opposite and equal reaction?
I kind of feel like you should because it's force damage. But Thamia, maybe you cling to the side of the alcove. But you just took 5 bolts of force damage as he goes zip zap zip zap zip zap zip zap, and looks at you with terrified eyes as he has fired every bullet from his wand, and still the Goliath floats in front of his face. That was Rosethorn's turn. Linnell.
All right.
Did he expend the last charge on the wand?
Yeah. Does something happen when you do that?
Got to roll a d20.
Oh, yeah.
Why? Some bad effect?
To see if it.
Nothing bad happens.
Okay. The wand
Also,
might go away.
which let me tell you, not going to help him at this point, but it does diminish the value of Rosethorn to you.
Wait.
Thanks, Dan.
Time out until this thing recharges.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
He has to
Can I get a
wait.
cup of tea?
He's got to wait till dawn. Time out. Car. So,
Parlay.
all right, Linnell, it is your
I
turn.
need you to make a wisdom saving throw of 12 as Linnell casts Dissonant Whispers
On who?
on Rosethorn.
Rosethorn is extremely intelligent. His wisdom is normal goblin wisdom, which is unfortunate. I have rolled a critical fail. His wisdom modifier is a 1. I have rolled a 0.
Alrighty.
All right, can you give us a little taste of the Dissonant Whispers?
I will
Linnell?
give you a little taste of the Dissonant Whispers. Your stupid wand is going to break, and then we will destroy you.
No, my plans! My plans!
You take 7 damage, and you must move as far as your speed allows away from me.
All right. Rosethorn takes 7 damage, panics, runs into the wall, and falls out of the alcove, landing with a rather resounding splat. He does not seem like he is conscious anymore, and perhaps is incapable of ever being so again.
Oh man, we leaped for nothing.
It looked awesome.
I mean, you caused him to use all
You
of
had
his
a good
his
view of
magic
him
missile
running
on
into the
you.
wall.
Yeah. I mean, I think you severely wounded his ego. Linnell, anything else?
I just don't think I trust you.
That is traditional, Micah. Thank you. Friendship. Micah, friendship.
Should we tie up Rosethorn or something? Because I know there's a big X on him, but I just would hate for him to do some special comeback at the last.
Micah, have I ever lied to you?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, in Dungeons & Dragons, yeah, all the time. But have I ever
Yes.
lied to you outside of Dungeons & Dragons?
No, but
No,
we are
and I
not
never
outside.
Not currently relevant.
Unfortunately, we are not outside Dungeons & Dragons.
Correct.
It can't hurt.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna use the rest of my move to get over by Rosethorn,
All right.
in case we need to do some stuff.
So
there
you'll be
we go.
close
looks-
when the real Rosethorn explodes.
Yeah, he's just got a 6-pack of Rosethorn pinatas up there. He's just been tossing out every time.
Wait, can I roll for perception still, or no?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
to
That's a free
perceive
action.
if he's dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Check his pulse.
Plus. Oh yeah, maybe I should roll for.
Medicine?
Yeah. Oh,
Sure.
but I've got a +1 on that.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna try to use perception to see if I can see his pulse on
All
his
right.
neck or something.
that's
Oh, that's a
how pulses
5.
work?
Yep.
Okay.
Linnell's
You know
a
what?
doctor.
You're moving quickly, Linnell. You're not a real doctor, but you are a real high elf. You're not certain.
I'm
It's
a
hard to know.
real high elf, brother.
Yeah. All right. Anything else, Linnell?
Nope, that's it.
Hugh Warris.
So all these guys still have.
Yeah, there
cover,
are
is
still
what we're saying.
3 goblins who are threatening you. It looks like you have taken out all of the major threats, including the big bad Rosethorn himself, the creature for whom this adventure is named.
Convenient that. Lee, Diendo, how are you guys doing health wise?
I have 14 of 21 hit points.
I've got 6 of 16.
I'm going to do a level 2 healing word on Diendo.
Sweet.
I'll burn my last level 2 slot, but I think it's worth it for 9 hit points.
Nice. That's one shy of full. I like it.
Excellent. So I've used that. And then I will step out, take a crossbow shot at the goblin over this guy over here across from Ollie. And whether or not it hits, I will just step back behind cover.
Okay.
Not great. It's
Not
12.
great. Nope. Wouldn't hit a goblin standing in front of you.
That's fine.
All right. Team Goblin is next. You know, they're going to lose, but you really got to admire their gumption as they fight to the end. So, who are their targets? I guess they're scared of Ollie because he is, two of them are scared of Ollie. So, shortbow attacks coming to Ollie. I got a 7 and a 12. Does a 12 hit you, Ollie?
No, it's 13.
All right. That was pathetic. The other goblin over here surveys the wreckage. He sees Thamia, he sees Linnell, he sees Diendo, and he sees Lee. He's really just looking to take somebody down before he goes down. He will fire at Diendo.
Sure, why not?
Critical fail. Ollie, it is your turn.
Okay. I may do something silly but fancy here.
I'm going to shoot for it.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at the goblin that Dan just shot at.
I actually don't remember which goblin that was.
It's the one all the way across.
The lower left-hand side.
Got it.
1d20 plus 6. 16 hits.
All right. Yes, your arrow flies true. Give me damage.
9.
You get him right in the side of the head. He topples out of his sniper spot.
Perfect. That was totally within my plan.
Was that the silly thing?
No, the silly
Was
thing's coming up.
hilarious.
The silly thing is that I'm going to use my movement to scramble up this hill or up this tree and jump on this goblin here.
You're going to try and scale along the sides of the tree to get to the next.
No, I was going to go up to the platform that Rosethorn was on, and then from my elevated position.
All right, I'm going to tell you that's going to be challenging. This is not, these are expertly crafted goblin sniper spots. This is not like an Ewok village where there's freaking walkways leading everywhere.
I did warn you about the silliness, and I'm going to end up using.
First off, I'm going to encourage this. This is some parkouring. So here's what you're going to need to do. I think the best way is there's some branches kind of around the edges here, so you could kind of swing and do like an uneven bars kind of traversal over to that goblin. I'm going to give you an inspiration for it because it's dumb and risky, and that's the kind of behavior I like to reward.
As a reminder, Ollie, you still have bardic inspiration, which you can add to your any check that you need to make for this.
Yes,
and
Ollie,
I've got my action surge, which means I can take another murder at this guy.
Yeah, where did your token go?
I put it on top of him. I don't know where.
Okay, gotcha. So, Ollie, here's the tricky thing. Yeah. It's going to be challenging to get there. It's your choice depending on what approach you want to take. Either a DC 15 athletics check, I figure that would be a little bit more climby to scale over there, or a DC 15 acrobatics check to swing from branch to branch to get over there.
I'm going to go with the athletics check.
All right. DC 15.
I knew that was going to happen. I was like, he's going to crit this.
Yes!
Finally.
All right. That goblin is like, he's looking at Diendo and just kind of cackling to be like, I got to get this guy. And then suddenly, Ollie is in his face. You're in basically a very crowded little goblin hiding spot with one goblin, and you're there.
I'm thinking about just strangling him, but I don't think that.
Guy, you have to. Guy, the correct move is no one can know my secret.
Yeah.
You snap his neck in one swift motion. That's how
you have failed this tree.
I can't do enough bare knuckle damage on the guy to actually do that.
I think you are out of actions because you shot that guy across the way.
Actions.
I have an action surge.
What? Okay.
Yeah. Fighters, man.
Surprise!
I'm going to use now because guess what?
What does action surge let you do?
Gives me another action.
All right.
Once per short rest. Oh, sorry, that's the long one. You can take an additional action on your turn. This could be used 1 time per short rest.
All right, what is that action going to
Nice.
That action is going to be murderating him with my rapier
I miss Team Goblin.
Scimitar.
They showed so much promise.
combination.
All right.
So dual wielding my swords again somehow. The guy he was so shocked that he let me put down everything I was carrying, get out my swords.
One second. Hold on.
The key, what you got to do as you're doing the climbing across, you're an adventurer. You got to carry the sword in your teeth, pirate style.
I think that, yeah. And I've got
It
the
is a
rules to support
rapier.
it.
It is horrible for your gums, but it's effective.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Especially because
Okay.
you didn't clean off that sword since you impaled a goblin. So
Yeah, gonna have to. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Problems.
Ew.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 5. 16.
All right, you skewer that goblin. Will you slay a second goblin on the same turn, Ollie? It depends how much damage you roll.
1d8 plus 3. Dan, I can apply your
You
thing.
can't do
right?
it to damage.
Not to damage.
That's the only
Oh,
thing
not
you
to
can't do
damage.
it to. Yeah.
Okay. 11. Good enough.
That's
Wow.
unnecessary.
You don't need it.
Yeah, that thing's, you know what? That he spent the whole fight just hiding in his little nook, firing arrows down at you, thinking no one would ever come and visit him, and suddenly an archer swooped in and stabbed him in the side of the head, and he never saw it coming. That is the story of this goblin.
I love it when I make a character as a lark and then it just actually works out. It's pretty fun.
Ollie, I think you're probably done.
Yeah, I think I'm done now.
You want
All
to
right.
kill that guy across the way? You got anything left? What's in the tank?
Diendo,
I can't. Yeah.
you are somehow still alive, surrounded by your friends and the corpses of your enemy. The room still smolders. One cowardly goblin is far away, high up in a cypress nest.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do anything about it. I don't even know if you care to do anything about it. Perhaps there is other business you wish to conduct
I could
here
just
in
sit
this
down,
hollow.
start looking through my backpack. You know, I could inspect a mustache.
I actually have a plan for dealing with this guy.
Well, I'm just going to start running at him,
All right.
see if he freaks out. And
Dan,
surrenders.
does Diendo running at the guy interfere with your plan?
Nah, that's all right. If it works, if it comes around to me and it's ready to go, great.
All right.
I can't promise it'll work, but I have an idea.
Now I probably cannot. Yeah, I can take a.
You can probably move and then use the dash action.
Yeah, does that lower my defenses or anything?
I don't think it does in 5e. I think that was a 4e thing. Am I making up stuff?
Nope, you're
I'm
good.
really
It's just
bad at
it's
moving
just
the
using
defenses.
your action for a move.
Yep. It's trading down.
So I would have 20 move left. Can I start climbing the wall here?
You have 20 move left after
He's a
getting
monk.
there?
I got 35 move.
Okay. I would say 20 is not, because it's half, you'd only get up halfway. But you
I'm
could
cool with
certainly
that.
try. It would, let me just tell you, if you were clinging to the side of the thing, he would have disadvantage to hitting you. I'll say that.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I'll start up.
Yeah, give me an athletics check. DC 10.
Okay. Oh, it's 11, so I don't even care what my
Yeah, so you're
modifiers.
Yep, so you're climbing up the thing. He cannot easily hit you from there. All right. Famia.
So I'm still floating.
Oh yeah, you're still up there.
Do you want to not be floating?
I mean, I'm torn because on the one hand, I have 2 hit points left, but there's nobody on the ground that I can attack anyways. But the goblin may decide that he wants to come after me. So maybe I give the signal.
Can't you just push
Do
off
you-
from the wall and sail
Yeah.
across?
That is true. But you
That's
have
a good point.
You do have 2 hit points, so you're kind of drifting across.
Don't you
kind
just-
of a
you don't-
slow target.
Yeah, you
I
don't
don't
want
know
to.
if I can make it over there.
And like, if Lee takes damage, the concentration ends, and then you're high up in the air with 2 hit points, and that's a bad physics question. I think is the
no, there's a
She
roll.
floats down. She floats
Well,
down.
but
No,
see-
she'll float down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so can I can't make it over there. Because it'd be amazing if I'm like floating. And
I
I'm
think
like,
your ability to propel
"Ah!"
yourself is very limited.
Couldn't it be a
Darn it.
strength check though?
Strength
All right, hold on.
versus
Let-
like I'm not moving.
All right, hold on. We're gonna think about this. All right, so the goblin is 65 feet away.
Yes,
What is your move speed?
30.
30. If you're
But she's not
levitating, so
moving,
it's like you're
she's
weightless.
pushing.
She's pushing. So if you use, and you're a Goliath, you're big
Yeah.
and meaty. So if you did, like if you just took your feet and pushed off the wall next to you, you could send yourself sailing over that direction.
Yeah.
Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Is somebody tell me if I'm thinking about this wrong?
I don't think it's.
No?
No, I think we're all on the same
That
I
works.
page.
think
All right.
that's we're all.
Give me an
Thinking
athletics
back.
check to launch yourself across the.
Okay. 18 plus 5.
Okay, you are sailing like a missile across the chamber. Where do you want to be?
You gonna tackle the goblin or what?
Yeah, prone.
So, because I'm at 20 feet, right? So I'm like 5 feet above the goblin.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oh
would
my
like
God,
to
Landon.
float over the top of him. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
I would like to reach up and tickle her as she goes by.
Well, she's the problem. Diendo, she's a good 10 feet above you.
I'm 10 feet
I've got a spear.
above you.
Ah, the spear tickle.
Diendo,
Classic
how
spear
long
tickle.
a spear have you been
Classic.
carrying this whole time?
Well,
are
that's
you-
kind of a personal
are you-
question,
Are
Tony.
you a halfling walking around with an 11-foot spear? That just seems awkward.
I'm
All right.
uncomfortable.
So we have allowed you, Thamia. You are floating in the vicinity of the goblin's little
We have
final
allowed you.
sniper hiding spot. You're floating in the air, I guess, a 10 feet above him, so out of sword range, both for you and for him.
Yes. But since Lee can like stop it in like it's not an action, it's just a stopping concentration.
It's concentration, yeah. And you
Yep.
guys were practicing with this over spring break.
Yep. Absolutely.
Basketball court. Yep.
Yep. She knows what I'm thinking.
Only she does.
Yep. So as I get over the goblin, she stops it so that I land basically on top of him so that I can take my hammer and basically just smash it down on top of his head.
That was one option.
All right.
The other option is just drop your hammer.
You
on
could
him.
have. Oh, I was saying you could also just fall on him. You are Goliath
Also-
and he is a goblin. All right.
It's true.
All right,
It's
here's
true.
here's the challenging thing. I think you practice this obviously,
Obviously. Yeah.
but
yeah,
you have launched yourself across the cavern, flying basically in 0G with the power of the levitate spell. You managed to aim yourself perfectly for the goblin's little sniper spot alcove. You are flying across the chamber. You're in the air just above him. Lee is focused, ready to drop you so that you can land perfectly and attack the goblin. I need to see an acrobatics check from you, Thamia. Do you stick the landing?
All right, blow. Everyone blow. All right. I got a 15.
That was the number I had in my head. You land
Fantastic.
expertly. The goblin vomits. Free action.
Fair.
And now I believe you're going to roll an attack on him.
I am with my correct dice, the D8.
It turned out
7.
you guys brought an air genasi to a goblin fight, and that was the right choice.
7 plus 3 is 10.
Okay. The goblin is terrified, but you miss.
No, that was the damage roll.
Oh. Did you hit him?
Wait,
You have to roll.
I
attack
forgot.
first.
Yeah. I roll my D20 and I'm like, do.
I have made you make several rolls in this long turn.
Yes, and that's okay though because I got the unicorn, which means I got a crit.
Oh,
All
my
right,
gosh.
Thamia, you have jumped into the air. You have been powered up into the sky by Lee. You have terrified a goblin wizard who emptied his magic missile wand into you as you glowered at him before Linnell compelled him to fall to his death. You then launched yourself across the chamber, tumbling and falling through the air to land effortlessly next to this goblin, terrifying him as you rolled a critical. Please tell me, what is the last moment of this goblin's life like?
All he sees is this gigantic purple thing flying across, hammer on his head, squishing him down like an accordion,
Got very Looney Tunes.
Yes, very Looney Tunes. Yeah.
All right. And as this final goblin tumbles to his demise, the fire in the brown leaf starts to kind of fade out into just a glow, and you stand in the wreckage of what was once the proud? Noble? No, not noble. Inventive? Annoying. Definitely annoying brown leaf goblin tribe. Their civilization in wreckage, their leader incapacitated, and is this winning? This is probably winning.
Feels like
you are
we're
out. You are out of combat.
We win.
Hooray!
I think I'll compose a victorious song to remember
What
this
would you
occasion
like
by.
to do next?
Check all the bodies.
All right.
All of them.
The goblins' pockets are filled with horrible things. Looking
Like what?
slugs. One of them just has like a pocket full of like burrs, and it's like, why do you have this?
Birds?
Burrs, like the spiny.
That was
sticky
Rosethorn. He was a magician in his spare time. Doves.
doves. One
One of them's got some
guy.
kryptonite.
One guy has just like an angry-looking hedgehog in his pocket, and it's like, why would you do that to a hedgehog? One guy just has a bunch of old wet leaves. Goblin culture is
This is great treasure. You really talked this up, Tony.
Yeah.
I know.
seriously.
Really
It's a good
talked this
thing we
up.
have the entire like.
Hueris wants to check this
episode.
throne that was on fire.
Rosethorn is. It looks like Rosethorn is in the final stages of death. Rosethorn does have. He has a wand that seems to allow him to cast magic missiles. Perhaps it's a wand of magic missiles. He also has a somewhat strange-looking headband. And as QRS pokes around QRS, you discover it's barely hidden, but tucked behind the throne is a rather impressive-looking lockbox.
Should we try to bring Rosethorn around so we can bring him to justice, or are we just
It's up
going
to
to let
you.
him bleed out?
What is justice?
I can make a medicine check to
I mean,
stabilize him.
we
if
may
you
be
want.
looking at it. Just
Justice is using him as a puppet to open that lockbox, just in
Oh,
case.
no.
Yeah.
Just in case it's a trap.
Good.
Yeah, is
I
it
like
is
it.
it is it got like a a padlock or something on it, or just a
Do
lock?
you want to yeah, I mean, it's a lockbox.
I'm gonna roll perception on it and see.
The word lock is in the name.
12.
It looks pretty locked. Yeah.
I could try to open it, but I don't have thieves' tools. So, does anybody else have thieves'
I do.
tools? Okay, I'll bring it to Diendo.
All right.
that's just a straight dexterity
Diendo, it does
check,
occur
right?
to you that the lockbox might be trapped. This Rosethorn character seemed nefarious.
Trixie.
Are you
Yeah.
proficient?
And in
with
fact,
those
as
tools?
we
I am.
potentially deal with traps,
Yeah, you can
it
add your
might be important
proficiency.
for people to think about where are they, who's doing what, who's helping with what, where do you want to be?
I love the idea of this guy just having trapped his box and then just filled it with the box so that Diendo gets his muffins.
Oh, my go bag.
Yeah, right. It would only be fair.
These are the rocks
yeah.
I put in. Yeah.
I will
So slow it
inspect it
down.
for
What's,
traps
who's doing
first.
what? Who's doing what? Who's doing what?
So I'm hanging out on my ledge, far away,
right.
with my 2 hit points.
Things are great up there. There's a bunch of arrows crudely made by goblins ready. They were ready to shoot arrows at you all day.
Yeah.
I'm
There's also
still on your
there's like
ledge
a
as well.
there's
I'm
a
just
goblin
dangling
there's a
from it.
goblin sack lunch. I mean,
goody.
what you assume there is an old greasy sack here.
Well,
Do you
there's
wanna look in the
there's
sack?
also a goblin lunch flying free.
Dan, don't look in a bag. Please don't look in a bag.
What's in the bag?
Somebody say a bag.
Yeah, Kathy hasn't been on the podcast. Kathy, do you want to look in the bag?
Is
No,
it made
I
of
remember
flesh?
the bag.
She was in
of
the other
rats.
podcast with the bag.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
I'm
I've
2 for
tormented
2
you
on
guys.
bags. I don't know what the
Yeah.
problem is.
Hey, didn't I give you a good bag in another adventure, Dan?
No, I don't remember.
Is
You
the
got a bag
bag
of
made
holding.
of
I
flesh?
do have a bag of holding, but yeah.
No, it's made of like greasy paper. All right, so Thamia is inspecting her goblin hiding spot. Diendo, what are you doing?
I'm just dangling from the wall.
All
You
right,
gotta look at this damn lockbox.
Yeah.
Diendo and
from up on the
QRs are
wall.
inspecting a lockbox. Lee, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go over to Rosethorn and stabilize him.
All right,
We can always kill him
After
later.
he's roped,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
After he's
Yeah.
roped.
he's tied up. He is badly injured. He is a goblin.
Take his headband.
He's muttering, mutteringly. He's like, it's all gonna work out. He's unconscious, but muttering.
has a headband?
And no,
had a weird
Rosethorn.
headband.
He's like talking in his sleep as he's unconscious.
Oh no, he's in the wizard state.
4 minutes, and then you slip the headband off him, Lee. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right. It's a kind of ornate chunk of some kind of vaguely precious metal, and it feels powerful. As soon as you slip it off him, he just starts kind of mumbling, "Gadzooks."
Vaguely Precious Metal
Gadzooks,
is
really?
a good band name.
This is a Looney Tunes episode.
Bro.
Bro? Oh my god, I think Rosethorn's my new favorite character.
He just starts kind of grunting. All right.
Rosethorn.
I'm gonna. Can I ask Linnell, how's your arcana? Can you like check this?
Yeah, I can check out the bro. Yes, I can check out his bro mumblings. Oh, you mean the headband?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's in the wizard state. He might actually have some spellcasting abilities. So watch out.
Let's see.
Count the buttholes.
23 arcana.
All right. What are you inspecting, Linnell?
The bro headband. The headband.
The headband, which your friend Lee is holding in her hands, is a headband of intellect. You study this. This is a uncommon magical item. Anyone who is wearing this has the intelligence of 19.
So this is a
That's
Flowers
awesome.
of Algernon situation we're in here.
If your intelligence is already 19 or higher, it has no effect.
That's so cool.
What's your
My intelligence
intelligence?
is 7.
Linnell?
My intelligence is 15.
Okay.
But I'm a wisdom because I'm a warlock. Wisdom is my
Wisdom base.
magical.
Okay.
Lee, there's also there is an expended wand of magic missiles at his feet that is also a decent magical item for someone to have.
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
pick
right.
that up too.
On the other side, I should check in. Ollie, do you want to be doing anything during this as people are searching the whole throne room?
I'm just gonna check the corpse next to me, but mostly just brood and think about hunting down Top Hat Jr.
All right.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Top Hat Jr.
We'll be
is
doing
already
that
enrolled
alone.
in a trade school. He's doing great.
Okay.
That was
All right.
fast.
Yes. Please, don't.
10-minute fight.
Goblins
Over
don't-
to you.
Education is much better funded in this fictional fantasy world than in
Oh.
America.
White Sparrows and Anita Plumbers, okay?
Yeah. All right. Meanwhile, so Q Yaris and Diendo are kind of near Thamia's nook. You are inspecting this lockbox. It is pretty heavy. It's basically the whole thing is made of kind of iron with iron bands around it. Seems like whoever built this did not want anyone getting into it. I guess, if you're going to keep a box in a goblin throne room, you probably don't trust all your goblins. So who is doing what vis-a-vis this goblin lockbox?
Well, I'm going to perceive it, see if I can identify any obvious traps.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is a 1, which I think I can re-roll because it is an ability check, right?
Oh, because you are a halfling.
Yeah, it's a D20, so... That is an 18 perception.
All right, you study this trap carefully. This trap... Sorry, haha.
You really tipped your hand on that one.
Whoa, there might be a trap here, kids.
He rolled an 18.
This trap seems like it might be trapped. How diabolical.
This trap might have stuff inside of it. This box is devilishly protected. It is set up so that when it is open, tiny darts erupt from it and attack all creatures within 15 feet.
I thought you were going to say bear traps, and I was going to leave.
They have mage hands.
You suspect that the darts are poison. Because why not?
Can
if
we
you're going to
disarm?
shoot darts...
You just had to bring the lockbox over by me, didn't you?
Yeah,
You just had to take
I was keeping
I
track
can
of where it was
heal
going.
Can we disarm it?
You could try.
Why
That
don't
a Thieves'
we...
Tools thing?
Yeah, first of all, 2 questions.
I'm also going to tell you, you also sense, Diendo, because you rolled really well. There's some runes. You're a little less arcana inclined, I think, or at least that was not what you're looking for. But there is, seems like, just in case a lockbox that shoots darts with poison in every direction was not enough for you, you are also aware that there is a second trap that is magic-based.
Can we just drop Thamia on it and open it that way?
That is not a traditional way to open a box, no.
It worked for the goblin.
It's also
We
not
opened
a
him pretty
traditional
What
quickly.
part of us is traditional, Tony?
Honestly, if anything, that might close the box further.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what it would take to disable the magical trap?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Can you?
I
What did you
can.
roll?
Hold on, give me that headband.
Oh, dang it.
Linnell,
How long does it take
wanders-
to? Does that thing? Can I just put it on, or does it require attunement?
Pretty much everything
gotta be
requires
attunement.
Sounds
Yeah, almost everything requires attunement,
That's
right?
disappointing.
Requires attunement is the first thing it says under headband. of
Well,
intellect.
fine.
I
Give
rolled
me an hour, and I'll
Arcana
open that
and
thing.
got
I'll
an
crack
8.
that thing right open.
Linnell,
That's
you
a great 8. Good job.
Linnell, you head over and you're like, oh,
Oh,
what's the
Just
big
for
deal about
funsies, I'm
boxes?
going to check it with my -1 intelligence modifier.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, well, that's a 2, so I was hoping to show these two knuckleheads up,
jeez.
but
No,
alas.
yeah.
Okay.
Tiendo,
This thing is
the
scary, guys.
Tiendo, the idea that they
Lee?
could put magic in a box is unsettling to you.
Do I need a check too?
yeah.
Do you
we
want to
should
roll
all-
Arcana on the box?
Are
Do
you
wanna
like
jump down?
peering over from the edge? You're like, guys, let me. I'm looking.
Yeah, might as well. I've got +0, but it can't be
Can't
worse.
hurt.
I mean,
I literally rolled a 1. It cannot be worse.
I got a 16.
Nice.
Thamia drops down from her spot and it's just like, yeah, look at this. Thamia, there is somehow that this box has been set up to cast a burning hand spell on anyone nearby when it opens. That's right. Darts with poison and fire. Somebody
This guy's a
really
jerk.
doesn't want you
We
to get
don't
into
want
this box.
anything that it has.
Full
I'm
of rocks,
sure.
though,
We don't.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And I will tell you, at this
There's
point,
a halfling inside.
So, and Thamia, you know what? I'm going to say that you basically figure out how to disarm the magic part of the box.
Sweet.
Okay, then let's just wake Rosethorn, and I can do my really intimidating nonsense to him, and we'll get him to tell us how to open it the rest of the way.
Either that, or we all move far enough out of range of the darts, and then Ollie just shoots an arrow into it.
Oh, that.
I
could
swear
work.
to God, I was thinking of that.
Ollie, do you have an arrow with a key on the end? And the arrow is like
Right.
set. So it's,
I have exactly a lockpicking arrow. Yes.
all right. Do you want to do that?
Sure.
If you
Yeah.
let me have
All
the
right.
fantasy of a lockpicking arrow, sure.
Sure, why not? It really just has to open it.
Yeah.
So, I guess you guys take cover behind the throne.
Yes.
Rosethorn is there. He's kind of regaining consciousness, but he's still groggy. He's tied up, and he no longer has his headband of intellect. So he's just looking on with shock and surprise as Ollie pokes out from behind the throne, fires a key arrow at
Whoa,
the
whoa.
thing.
I'm still up in my.
Still your Overwatch
crow's nest.
spot.
Yeah, he's not
All
gonna
right.
make it easy. He needs to
It
shoot from far
sails
away.
through the air, hits the chest. The chest lid pops open, shooting darts in every direction, and fire. But you are all well out of range. The range on those is all 15 feet.
Bombs, baby. It's
You have
bomb straight,
disarmed
baby.
the horrible trap that is the lockbox. Who wants to look in the box?
Everybody
Yeah,
does.
now it's
Well, let's just
untrapped.
leave
It's safe.
Let's just leave it.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
not
walk
that
away
interested now that it's just sitting there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's
all right.
boring.
And
I'll go
so
look.
you leave back
I'll
to
go
what's.
look.
No, I'm opening the damn box.
Go look.
All right,
looking.
was that Lee? Lee said Lee. You're
Oh
going
no,
to
it's
Lee said
Gwyneth
it first.
Paltrow's
Lee said
head.
it
How'd that
first.
get in
You
there?
can. I don't care.
No, Lee said it first.
All right. Qyaris and Lee, you head over. You look inside. The contents of the box are a little confusing. It looks like a small doll that is
Oh God,
styled
not
to
dolls
look like a
again.
goblin. It has sparkly red eyes.
I shoot it. I shoot it. And
It
again.
is in Qyaris. I don't think anyone's picked it up. I don't think you can see it yet, Ollie. And there's a bunch of weird, filthy copper pieces that have been. They each have like a little like goblin. Maybe it's intended to be Rosethorn goblin face, kind of painted cartoonishly on each side of them. There's about 200 of them.
He was going to start his
Creepy.
own currency.
It's cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The doll I
it
can't
is hidden.
explain.
Would you like
Rosethorn
to?
bucks. I roll perception.
But you could just
Hold on,
ask the
what?
dude.
I got 15 on the doll.
On the doll, you inspect the doll. Do you pick up the doll, or are you just looking at it with your eyes?
Let's
Don't
start with
touch
my
it.
eyes.
Yeah, don't
With your
touch
eyes?
it.
Don't touch it.
Dan, right eye, left eye, both eyes. What are we talking?
Wait, you're
here?
touching the doll with your eyes? That has got to be unhygienic.
That's not safe, Dan. It's a goblin doll. Wash your hands and your eyes now.
Eyes in the back of my head. Yeah, I'm examining it.
All right, you examine the doll. You gave me a 15 perception. You know those eyes on that doll. They're gleaming. Looks like they might be rubies, possibly valuable rubies.
Do they make
wanna examine
like
the
a
doll?
tinkling sound?
Yeah. Ding. Do you want to do anything else to the doll?
Sure, I'll pick
I'm
it
gonna.
up. I'm sorry,
I want to roll an Arcana check on it, and I got a 20, so 21.
Nothing could feel less magical than this horrible goblin doll.
Cool. I'll take it.
All right. You take it. As you pick up the goblin doll, it feels. I mean, even for goblin toy construction, this doll feels kind of bumpy and hard and lumpy. It does not feel like a good doll.
Is there something inside it? Can I open it up?
How would you like to open the doll?
I got like a dagger.
Goblins are also lumpy and hard and bumpy, so it actually is a pretty decent representation.
So sometimes they're squishy or stained.
Well, after Thamia falls on, I'm
stain.
sure.
All right, Qyaris, what are we doing?
I'm taking a dagger and I'm turning the doll over and I'm just like cutting,
surgery.
the back.
All right. Several
It
small...
screams.
Yeah, no. And as does Linnell.
Spiders
The goblin was
pouring
sent.
out.
What are you doing?
Why does Linnell scream?
Because in our non-canonically, the doll is tied to your life, and they have now cut it off. No, several precious gemstones fall out of the goblin doll. Qyaris, I don't know who's tracking money. I don't know how much money you have picked up. Each ruby of the eye is worth about 100 gold pieces. That's 200 gold pieces. And there's several smaller gemstones that were hidden inside this doll, totaling an additional 132 gold pieces. So this doll, the doll and contents of the doll, minus the doll parts that are worthless, is worth 332 gold pieces so far.
Although some of these may belong to the gem merchant.
But he doesn't know. Won't hurt him.
Anything else that you want to do?
I think we should everyone should roll perception for the room to see if there's anything maybe hiding or hanging out.
Before we leave this box, we had a bunch of copper pieces with like just normal copper pieces. Are they worth anything?
Would you like to inspect them more? Or also, QRs, you're doing a lot. I don't know if somebody else wants to do something.
Yeah, somebody else want to take a look at these copper pieces and see
Ollie,
if
you want to do
anything?
something, you got to leave your sniper spot. I'm sorry.
I'm just doing perception.
Okay, you're looking in the box.
It's got eagle eyes.
No, he's doing it around the room look.
Around
Sorry,
the
yeah, I'm taking Mike's suggestion. I'm just doing
all right.
like a room
Excellent.
check,
Here, Ollie, you search around the room. Ollie, you discover there are little passageways connecting all of the various sniper spots, and you peeking through these, you see that there are some kind of little storage nooks off the sides of the chamber, and it looks like they are full of all the things looted from the goblin raids. There's bolts of silk, barrels of ale, dried meats, some farming equipment. It looks like a good 400 gold pieces worth of stuff, though it is stuff that was stolen from merchants. So up to you whether that is spoils of war or things that you'll return to the proper owners.
Well, I think Diendo and I are going to have a pint.
Yeah.
Step one.
I've already started.
Skim a little off the top.
Tendo's hiding behind the altar, chugging a beer right now.
Yeah.
He deserves
Where are
it.
they? Should I put my guy anywhere?
They're not shown on the map. So theater of the mind. Linnell, you're doing something.
With that 15, I just want to do a double check of the throne and throne area.
Other than the lockbox, the stores that Ollie has discovered, the wand of magic missiles, the headband of intellect, it seems like you have discovered all the things there were to discover. There's lots of other goblin things of various goblin construction that are awful.
Got it.
Anyone else? Q Yaris has done some stuff. Ollie's done some stuff. Linnell, Diendo, Thamia, Lee, anything you want to do?
Diendo knows a
grab
thing
those
or two
coins.
about fake money, so he's going to check out these.
Do you? Is that part of your backstory?
I'm an urchin. These are the kind
Canon?
of things you got to do when you're an urchin.
All right. What would you like to? You want to roll investigation on this money?
Sure. That is. What is my investigation? Oh, it's a
Usually
negative
intelligence
one.
base.
So
Okay.
that's 11.
All right. Yeah, it looks legit to you, even though it has a goblin face painted on it.
Hooray, pennies!
Anyone else?
I'll check out the money too.
All right.
6.
6.
6.
You know, you're a monk. You don't tend to get mixed up in currency much. Seems
That's true.
makes sense
Alright.
to you. This is goblin bucks.
I will inspect it. What is it? Perception?
I've been asking people to do investigation.
Oh, investigation. 17.
All right, Thamia, you are, you worked as a mercenary. You've been around a little while. You think that your friends are perhaps they got hit a little too hard in this battle. But you pick up one. The weight of it is off. You bite it, and kind of the surface kind of just scratches right off. These
Ew,
are
don't put that in
not
your mouth.
Chocolate.
These are not copper pieces. These are not copper chocolate. Do not eat goblin chocolate. That is a bad undertaking. These are, in fact, I believe they are. Hold on, let me make sure I get the name correctly.
Cockroaches.
These are platinum pieces that someone has painted with a goblin face to disguise their true value.
Wow.
Excuse me?
Wait, how many of them are there?
204.
204 platinum pieces?
Yeah.
What?
Would you like to explain to people what platinum pieces are, Dan?
No, they're worthless. I'll just take these off your hands.
Dan?
Excuse me, I ate them. I will take them.
You're gonna have to wait 4 to 6 hours first.
Fine. Yeah, platinum piece is 10
10 gold a
pieces?
piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 200. So there's 2,000 gold here?
Yes. 2,040, right?
Plus the gems.
Plus the gems.
gems.
332.
This
All
would be
right,
pretty exciting
so-
if gold meant anything in D&D.
Hey, we live in a capitalistic society. Do not... James Thompson bought a robot panda. What have you done with your money?
I bought this T-shirt.
Yeah.
I had
Please-
like 10 gold
please-
pieces.
I think that was given out for free with a credit card, Diendo. All right. Dan, I think you've been keeping track of the money. I think there's a quick ethical decision you need to make about which stuff you keep for yourself and which stuff
keep
gets
the platinum.
divided by 6 as you make your way back to White Sparrow, a grumpy and surprisingly much less talkative Rosethorn in tow to be handed over to Sheriff Ruth Willowmane.
His name is Charlie now, by the way.
Yes. Tell me about the rabbits, Diendo. For you have conquered the adventure of Rosethorn. You have robbed him of his intellect. You have robbed him of his name. And you have completed this adventure. Some of you have leveled up to the next adventure. Some of you will return in Mini Adventure 6, which is after Mini Adventure 5. This is Mini Adventure 4, I think. I don't know. I've lost track of everything. All that's left in this adventure is for me to thank our players for undertaking this undertaking. Don't write these ahead of time, people. There's no questions to be asked. Everything has been asked and answered. First off, Kathy
Wait,
Campbell,
what about that
thank you.
hand, Tony?
Nope. For answers to questions such as that, keep listening to Total Party Kill. Keep circulating the hands. Kathy Campbell, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for letting me float like a butterfly and sting like a hammer.
Yep. Oline Sims, I play D&D with you every Tuesday, and yet somehow that is not enough. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'm glad I could levitate, Thamia.
That was awesome.
Very Air Genasi-esque. Micah Sargent, thank you for rolling up a new character. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Dungeon Buddy.
Next up, Dan Morin. I don't know if legally I'm allowed to play Dungeons & Dragons without you at least somewhere nearby.
Oh, I know you have.
Dan, you get to be in like 2/3 of D&D easy. Don't
That's fine.
stop biting me.
Thanks, Doritos dust on your collar. I know where you've been.
Steve Lutz. Steve Lutz, it's always a party when you're around. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's always a party for me to be near you, Tony. You know that.
And Guy English, thank you for your inaugural what did we do? Guy English, thank you for your inaugural appearance here on Total Party Kill. I think I've been talking to you about this for like a year. I think I first mentioned it at Dan's wedding, which was almost a year ago. So obviously I move quickly is what I'm saying. Thank you for being here.
I really had a lot of fun. Thanks, man. I appreciate
Please
it.
come back sometime soon. That's everybody, right? I didn't miss anybody? There's so many of you. I've been Tony Sindelar. I have been your Dungeon Master. Please continue to listen to Total Party Kill. Please consider supporting The Incomparable if you really, really like our stuff and have money to spend. We appreciate all your thoughts and feedback. There will be more adventures in lots of formats. Good night, nerds.
Good night, nerds.
Nerds.
The end. Oh gosh, that was a lot of D&D today.